Yeah, same thing. All right, here we go. Don't disappoint. I gotta get ready.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
God damn!
Yeah.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Welcome to Japan Fighting Game Publishers Round the Table here. Brian Arrows and Judah joining me. The producer of the Tekken series. How you doing, Miles?
Good. You know, all things considering yourself.
Yeah.
Nice beer, by the way.
Thank you. It's getting there. But yeah, it's been a pretty wild year, I guess, from the start. So there haven't been a lot of offline events. There haven't been a lot of opportunities for devs to get together, chat with the players. So I believe you guys, it was your team that came up with the idea to host this?
Right. So basically, all of our plans got destroyed because of this whole COVID situation.
Yeah.
Everyone was planning for a certain event, and I was like, wait a second, I'm sure everyone else is doing the same thing, right? And then when we were trying to pivot to do something else, I just said, hey, Harada, why don't you reach out to these guys, because he has connections to all of them.
Yeah.
And we kind of brought them all together, so
Harada!
to get everyone on the same stream.
Fix your
hopefully we'll have
damn
something,
game!
Bright news and whatever for everyone to look forward to.
Yeah. So everyone, thank you for joining us. As you see, we have the producers, developers,
No, you're welcome.
games here.
No, you're welcome.
The idea for this stream is we're going to spend the first hour or so. We're going to just be discussing some questions that we took from Twitter. So we didn't pick the questions, I'm sorry. So whatever they discuss.
That boy Harada cornered, bro. Look at my nick, bro. Look at my nick, man. My nigga. Like my boy Harada got the hater shades on. Stop asking him for shit.
I know a lot of you guys on Twitter are looking forward to this, but there will be some announcements, some surprises. So make sure you stick around for the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, all these publishers from Japan in the same room. We got SNK, Capcom, ARC. We got ourselves as well. Even Koei Tecmo.
Bro, KOF 15, please. I'm begging.
So obviously, it's not normal. Juna and Michael, we're gonna have to be on our best behavior today. So
don't want to get canceled here.
Right. Pretty exciting though. So if you guys aren't familiar, on the bottom left, that's Yesterday Esports. So he's kind of like our guy in Japan who does the esports stuff, similar to maybe what Ayano-san be doing for Capcom. So he's going to be kind of helping to proceed the event today.
But yeah, right now, guys, we're just doing a self-introduction. That was Pachi. I guess he changed his name to Sekine. He doesn't want to...
Yeah, that's his real name,
he doesn't want to use gamer
most
name.
people probably know him as Pachi, right? Now we're seeing Nishitani-san, the legend.
The legend. People, currently he's created Fighting Game Slayer, but this guy is known for, he made Street Fighter 2, the original Final Fight back here, so this guy is like considered a godfather in Japanese FGC.
Yo, that's my dad.
And then we got Ulasan up here in the left with the director Kuroki from SNK.
Yeah. So these guys are out in Osaka right there in the west part of Japan. You see that little blue bar in the middle, so they
social distancing.
We should do that too out here.
Have an invisible bar you can't see, right? This is Kuroki-san, the director.
Good morning. Yeah, everyone said good morning because out here, guys, it's 9 a.m.
I don't give a fuck.
I
don't give a fuck.
These guys were here. They wanted to make sure that they did
this for
the kind of overseas audience, all right? That's why we're out here in
give me
the
stuff.
Western prime time rather than Japan.
And some of the people have the fancy backgrounds, you could tell, but then we got like
the DOA niggas. Oh shit!
This is actually Harada's personal mic that he bought and set up for work from home.
That's pretty expensive here.
Nothing cheap for Harada.
I think overseas they're not known as well as some of the other people, but these guys have been kind of creating Street Fighter 5 the whole time, right?
The development team, right? So this is one of those rare instances we get to see them and hear their thoughts.
Yeah. Also, he's saying, right, Nakayama-san has been since Ultra Street Fighter 4, so he's been part of the directed the Street Fighter series, so it's my first time seeing him out in the face here.
What am I saying? What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
Koei Tecmo, Shimori-san, Dead or Alive 6 producer.
Trying to roll back? I don't. Let's hope so, my nigga.
This is kind of, I'm used to seeing, you see Capcom and Tekken, they meet up and they talk a lot.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've really seen Koei Tecmo get involved in this kind of group.
Yep.
I think this is like a cool opportunity now.
Shimori-san just mentioned he's been on the series for 16 years now. That's
16 years.
Wow.
16 years, yeah.
Nothing but goats. Nothing but goats.
First on Dreamcast.
I see nothing
Next
but.
year will be my 20th on the Tekken series. Isn't that crazy?
You got a party or something like that. And again, here's Moche. So again, guys, still just self-introductions. After this, we will start the discussion. What will they discuss? I don't know.
Roll back, Netco. Roll back.
A lot of, there's been what, like.
Please. I can't, bro. I'm losing hair. I mean, don't judge me, alright? But like, I'm pulling out my goddamn hair.
They don't know if they're gonna be able to get it all, but
playing their dumbass game on the middle left.
Yeah, if everyone tunes in, everyone likes it. And now we just had Okubo, as you know, our producer for Soul Calibur 6.
You said
Soul Calibur? What's
that might be the Soul
good?
Calibur shirt.
And it looks like it, the Soul Edge and the Soul Calibur colors. Obviously Harada.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
He said he's blurred out the background, but it's from his house.
Yeah, he says he's at home, right? Some people, like you see SNK's at the studio.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we just kind of mentioned, what I was just talking about with you about how this whole thing came about.
Right, so
I just realized the homie on the top, the third on the top, that's from Grand Blue. They're going in order? I hope they're going in order, dude. That'd be perfect.
So they're kind of cracking jokes here.
People maybe don't get the gravity of the situation. Like Western devs, maybe they can just decide themselves, hey, dude, let's do a stream. But that's not how it's done in Japan. To get all these companies on board and to have
out here, right?
them allow it, this is really something special.
I know they said they were going to reveal some stuff on August 5th for Street Fighter 5, but one character today, please. Just one!
Who's the one that you hear talking right now?
Arigatou.
Cool.
Arigato.
So yeah, self-introductions are over. And they're going to show up the time schedule right now, so let's see. So from 9:15.
We got the roundtable discussion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just explaining what Juna said about we gathered these on Twitter beforehand.
Mm-hmm. And then from 10 is the announcements. So we had rehearsal last night. I got spoiled on some of them, but all I'll say is definitely stick around and definitely get on Twitter. When this is over, people are gonna go crazy.
But this stuff's been locked down, we haven't even seen a lot of it, right?
I got spoiled yesterday. I was like, oh.
Just that one bit.
Alright, so I think a little bit, it's supposed to start 15, but a little bit early. They're going to start the talk show.
Okay.
So they're taking the questions off Twitter.
So now it seems like we're proceeding.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, everybody, for the self-introductions. They said they took some of the questions from English as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it's not just Japanese questions. Some of you guys from overseas get your questions involved in here.
Yeah, and Yasuda, I don't know, you guys can't tell probably, but he's got this really thick Kansai dialect.
The other thing that they also mentioned earlier is that, since Mike also kind of brought it up, is that there's all these different companies, right? So if one company is okay with something, but another company is not, they can't really discuss this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we have to find a topic that everybody involved can discuss and share their opinions on.
True.
So that's what he's mentioning. We're trying to decide which questions to pick here.
Yeah, I mean, it really is so much going into coordinating all of this, so including the questions and what they're going to talk about.
We are used to the West a little bit more wild. You get a little bit more free to speak here, but it's still quite strict out here.
But I did feel that they picked some really fair questions this time, so we'll see.
Obviously, only 5, so not every question that people want. I know there's some big ones that people really want that might not get touched on this one, but hopefully, again, if you guys can keep the the reception, say I like this kind of content, please bring us more. They can do it again and maybe hit them on. But anyway, here we go. They said each question they're going to do about 8 minutes or so. They're going to discuss.
Yep. We don't have a raising hand button either, so we'll see how this works, right? So now he's saying, there we go, the English, right? Selection of roster characters.
So they're going to start with Capcom, but you have experience with this as well, right?
Oh yeah,
You've
definitely.
been involved with picking some characters.
Yeah, and we've kind of, Harad and I have been pretty vocal about that. It comes up on Comic-Con panels, etc. Okay. So now just talk about listening to user feedback, but also think about their user base and try to kind of discern what kind of taste they would like. now.
I feel like Harada's gonna turn.
He's
into
putting him on the
MC.
spot,
Yeah.
right? He's like, okay.
I feel like Harada. Yeah, he's telling him. Good. He heard your request. So raise your hand when you talk, right here, so
Sweet.
you can see.
So we got Matsumoto-san here.
Yeah. Yeah, so the one thing about Street Fighter that he's mentioning that compared to some other games is that Street Fighter's been around for, I don't know, 30 plus years.
Yes.
So they have a
35
lot of,
maybe.
yeah,
Right?
a lot of very classic, very iconic characters there.
A large pool that they have to choose from, right?
Mm-hmm. So they're talking about how Street Fighter doesn't just take, classic characters, but also characters from other series in the Capcom, Final Fight and things like that.
Even now, he's touched on something we also take into consideration, and that's the martial art, and also the nationality of the character.
Yeah. I know Harada's talked about that a lot, right? You want to make sure the character is liked in that country, but also does justice, right?
Right.
I know with
And
Shaheen, he talked a lot about it.
And like us as well, he was talking about trying to not have as many characters in the same vein to have a lot of variety there. And then other characters that might be a good format to try new mechanics
try new
or new
gameplay
ideas,
stuff.
right?
So let's try and have the development team, come up with new ideas, new mechanics to keep pushing the genre forward here.
And then he's talking about his, Street Fighter's close to the real world. I think he's talking about locations, right?
Yeah, he's saying too that Street Fighter, every game is different. So you have, like Arxis games, which is very anime, very like kind of fantasy inspired. But Street Fighter is very close to kind of reality. Even though they're doing fireballs and everything, kind of takes place in the real world. So
yeah, so World Warriors, and
Yeah.
you had that map where the airplane kind of goes to a different location in between fights, right?
So when they're deciding characters, they gotta try and keep a character that's a little bit more realistic, rather than like we're not gonna put it, even though they have Blanca, but like we're not gonna throw like a dinosaur man out there. Who's talking now?
So now who do we have talking?
Put your hand. It must be Fuhi. Fuhi's talking.
Okay,
I guess,
yeah, we don't see anyone.
I was like,
so.
raise your hand, dude.
You talk about the game system changes quite drastically from different installments, and so also with the planned system for whatever installment they're working on, which characters might blend well with.
Yeah, right. So like Street Fighter V has its own game design. So maybe you might want your favorite character from an older Street Fighter. They're saying that character might not fit with the Street Fighter V game design, and they don't want to change him so much. So
that's true.
Like they're saying,
I can understand that. Just give me back my main, please.
More and more and more. What I want to know is how much does Twitter get involved? Because whenever I see these guys on Twitter, they're asking like, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Do you have any insight? How often do you guys listen to the Twitter monsters?
Rod and I are probably on one end of the spectrum where we're quite in tune with what they're saying. Okubo-san maybe somewhat like that. I'm not sure about the other producers.
They just said the users, right? I want to hear social media.
And obviously, there's differences in how much English that each of these producers can comprehend directly as well, right? Harada, being an MMORPG guy himself, playing with foreign players for a long time, understands quite a bit of English actually. And now he's talking, Harada just mentioned about he believes Street Fighter, the opinions differ depending on which installment that player base got into the series,
right? The game is so
old,
right? So people that were with the original, people that started with 5, right? They might have different ideas of what they think is cool or what kind of character should be in the game.
So just saying like, if you do a poll to ask opinions about characters, it's kind of hard to see because you don't know which player generation that is, right?
Yeah, and the other thing too is it's going to be younger players, right? Usually the younger players, the guys more socially connected.
Oh, Asian niggas on the screen, Shelby. Relax. It's okay, Shelby. Relax. Relax, Shelby.
We see this a lot where you'll get a particular character that's like stands out on the online, right?
Shut up, Eric. Shut up. Shut up.
You shut up, nigga.
Shut up.
I connected the Bluetooth to your phone, to my phone.
And then Monty also mentioned
Oh my fuck.
you take it as one ingredient for your decision, and if it matches up to what you perceive the players want, it's just one like thing to kind of test that theory, but it's not like the deciding factor itself.
It connected to the phone. To your phone? Yeah. So if you call me.
And Ryan also explaining, as we always say for our title, we take user opinions, but we also take back usage, etc.
This is a hard
Sorry,
question.
I'm screwing my
There's a trillion different things that come in there. I want to give the other producers as well.
Yeah, hopefully they can jump in. You know, it's kind of hard to grab the mic from Rod sometimes, right? Now he's talking about. This is another topic we often touch on. That player usage and popularity is not necessarily the same thing, right?
So it's a. I don't know if Farad is talking about it, but
how strong they are too, right? So he's like some characters because they're strong in the game.
Use more often,
They
right?
use more often. It doesn't mean they're popular, right? It's just more people are gonna play that character because they have a very high win percentage there. So gathering like concrete down is very, very difficult. Is what they're saying.
I was talking about Shake, Salman, when we had our poll for what kind of player, maybe 2 years ago. This is like something I heard when I first joined the team, but way long ago. They had a Salman character that he was bouncing on the stage, right? And he got, he didn't make the final cut way back when, but Rod put it in just to see, right? And also, there was a data point in the game that when someone, they reverse engineered and they found the data for it, right? Seems like maybe it's not a good idea for Tekken to have shot
maybe I shouldn't put him
Maybe
in
a
a 2D
2D
fighting
game.
game. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have a fish in a 2D fighting game here.
There's a praying mantis as well.
I mean, you can put it in dinosaurs and fighting kangaroos, or I think it's not too weird. So he's like, how's it gonna fight? Like, how are we gonna make a fish
Tail
fight?
slap, right?
How are we gonna make a fish fight? Rod is saying in like a 2D fighting game.
People are complaining about Zafina not being able to hear her, right? Imagine a fish lying under the ground. It's gonna have to stomp or use Paul's
People
like
complain
down
about a lot of
punch.
stuff, right? I feel now it's not a time, Rod. Don't bring back the salmon. We don't need it.
Nah, no
We don't
salmon,
need it.
please. I'm trying to have a peaceful Twitter account at the moment.
So now I was gonna ask. So
It's kind of hard to answer after that, right?
Capcom gave you like every possible answer. Now I was asking the other people, what do you guys think? They're gonna say the same. Yeah. They're all like, yeah, it's about the same.
So,
Oh, there you go. They mentioned so Koei Tecmo was a little bit. They said, we take everything that Capcom said, but there's also what we want to make, right? They said characters that we want to make, as well as characters that fit in the story. Like we design them. Yeah. And then after they come up with the idea of the base, you discuss with the marketing team is like, what kind of characters should we make actually? Like, what would be good for the
background
game?
setting, right?
Yeah, where should they come from? What country? So that's kind of like a little bit reverse of what I thought, right? They make the character first, then like kind of the design and the story after. I thought it'd be kind of the opposite, but marketing is important.
Now they're talking about hold? Who is this talking at the moment?
Shimbori is.
Oh, still, right?
Yeah. Who? They're talking about a
Yeah,
character.
catch that one.
He's talking about a character before that he was forced to cosplay. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we gotta be careful here.
So he's like, if you're talking about Dead or Alive, right? Dead or Alive.
Sounds
he's
like cute girls,
yeah,
right?
He's like, well, what kind of characters do you want? He's like, well, Dead or Alive series, it's all about the girls. Cute girls like theirs, what everybody wants.
hey, they know. Hey, all about titties. I don't blame y'all, Team Ninja Koei Tecmo. I don't blame y'all. I don't blame y'all.
Some of those around Virtua
Yeah.
5
Sometimes.
during that time.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, Dead or Alive 5 at the same
They
time.
don't have
Let's,
5, so
let's
there's
do
a
something cool
competition.
together, yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
also, they had the Shiranui Mai and
From SNK,
Kula from
yeah.
SNK as well.
I was just about to say that.
Dead or Alive 5, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Akira, right? I think they had
Yeah.
Akira from
Virtua
Virtua
Fighter,
So
yeah.
that's how they decided on
And they
the
put
next
Cooler
character.
Diamond in
So they
UA6.
worked together And also added a little bit of competitive rivalry.
So,
Now, if
yeah,
we can
they
only
gotta be
get
strong and
these
That's
niggas
their
and
one of
this
their
nigga
criteria.
right here, this nigga right here, and this nigga right
He's
here,
like, if you make it like
maybe in either Tekken
characters by the DOA series here.
or either into Dead or Alive, then I'll play Dead or Alive. Maybe put Kazuya in Dead or Alive.
And then this Harada's mentioned SNK's got, you know, very long running franchise as well. You must have lots of requests, especially from the China area,
Yeah.
East Asia.
It's like Tekken too, like these legacy series. I mean,
Yeah.
basically every game here is like 20 plus
Pretty much.
years, so they all have really long history, a lot of different characters and franchises in there.
And trying to get the gist of it, it seems like, well, it's not saying that they have so many
Yeah, they have so many
different
characters
franchises
already.
that they're able to fit
Yeah.
a lot of these requests
Mhm.
into at least one of them.
And they say what the fans want, right? It's like we have so many like IPs ready to go. It's like we listen to the fans and then throw them in here.
Oh, I saw Shiki at the
Yeah.
moment. One of my favorites. Sam Show, right?
Yeah, she's very, very popular.
So I think it's saying, and this is another important topic, that when you look at the lineup, it's a bunch of older
Old man, right?
characters, right?
Sancho didn't have any cute girls on release.
Right. And you gotta think of
Yeah.
balance in that regard as well. They're talking about Wafu
Yeah,
and
Wansu's that
particular,
the Chinese monk guy.
with the big sword, right? I
Now
believe.
he's got that big pillar. He's
Ah,
got the
pillar, that's right,
He's
and the
like a
beads.
grappler there, yeah. So he's like, man, our lineup is all just dudes, it's old dudes, man. We gotta get some cute girls in there. So that's kind of what Capcom mentioned too about balancing your roster and seeing like what you need to do.
That's always tough for us too, especially, you know, because the player base is quite divided.
Yeah.
Whether they want really cute girls or they want more realistic
Yeah.
fighters, you know. It's
Oh,
hard-
more
it's hard to
hoes.
find
What you
that-
talking
that
about?
aspect.
So
Is this Daisuke at the
yeah,
moment?
Lord Daisuke Bliss. But he's saying the first thing they decide
No.
If he's so
how
happy
many
to get
characters
up on that
can
puppy characters
be
he's
the
on,
game, and then
please
once you
turn it
have
off
that
before you
kind
go.
of limitation, then you can
Okay.
decide who,
Right.
like what type, everything. So again, he's talking about the same
Balance
thing.
between, yeah,
the
the-
same thing as SNK mentioned. He's
Exactly.
like, yeah, you gotta make sure it's not just all old dudes, and we've got to get some different.
More
archetypes and
more
stuff.
Leroy Smiths.
This is a good topic too. He's saying you really have to think about the looks of the character and their popularity in that,
Yeah.
and then the popularity of the play styles.
Yeah.
Because they're not necessarily
Yeah.
you know one and the same.
He also mentioned the ease of play too, right? You can't.
True, number like
have,
in
super
Capcom
technical, difficult to play characters.
perspective,
Like, you
no
have
one
this,
really
like,
give a fuck
technical
about
side,
like
really
if
easy
you're
to
talking
play,
about like
the
Street
ease
Fighter
of
4.
use of the castle.
Nobody really give a fuck
It's a very
about
good topic,
L
and we're gonna
Fuerte.
spend the whole time
I
on
just
this
really
maybe.
never played them, or just like characters that are easily forgotten in Street Fighter 4. Like I can't even think of it. Wow.
So yeah, all of those factors that they're taking in, and then.
Sorry, Street Fighter 4 has so many characters, I
how
can't
that
even
blends
name
into the
them all.
existing roster, right?
Right, so we have to just take the opinions, and they have to be aware when they decide all the new stuff in here.
I think now
I think
they're like, yes, come on, you gotta.
Yeah.
Yes is
Yeah.
being really soft here, saying we should probably move on to the next topic, right?
Yeah, that's after this job is to stop. Next question.
It's tough though. I mean, I'm glad I'm not him.
They said 15 minutes, my nigga. That shit was 20 minutes.
You can't just be like
Who?
publishers, right?
The future of
Crossplay.
crossplay.
Oh, this is one of those difficult ones. Well, what's he got here?
What?
This is boss. You don't know who this is?
No.
Hayashi-san. From Team Ninja, the leader.
Oh, word.
Yeah, Hayashi-san.
What happened? Quit?
Bro, I love these niggas. I love her, bro. I love these niggas.
He's
so
saying
much.
about to keep the live operations of a certain game going. I'm not sure which one, I didn't catch it. And then he said, well, there's budgeting and all
Yeah,
that. And
well,
Rada said, oh, well, I'll take care of the budget. I don't know what he meant by that.
Stop.
Shimbori said it, yeah, Shimbori's like, this way, this most probably said stop.
Stop cutting.
Shimbori's like, if you got the budget, we'll do it.
Oh, this is the Japanese thing, right?
So that guy was Koi Tekmo's boss?
Hayashi-san, he's the team leader for Team Ninja.
Oh.
And he was probably, I think, the producer on like previous DOA titles, but you know, like often happens, he got higher up positions. Now he's in charge of the whole team, I believe. Alright, so now they talk about technical difficulties of crossplay. Not that hard maybe because it's peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
It's not like a dedicated server in most instances.
Roll back netcode.
He was saying like each fighting game is different ways they connect online too. So he's saying everyone besides Capcom, but hold on.
So he's saying it's not really a technical barrier. I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to say from here. He's talking about PS3 and Xbox One error. He made a PowerPoint presentation saying he wants to do crossplay and approach the first parties.
Yeah. Right.
Because mobile
Yeah,
titles
they're all
and other these
doing
were
it,
pretty
yeah.
popular at the time, and to compete with them, he wants to open up the platform. But he said the first parties they would say to him, well, we won't do it.
That's very.
Like Phil Spencer from Xbox, who's mentioned by name, was like, yeah, sure, man, let's do it.
I think it's kind of a sad ending here.
And we're open about it, wouldn't do it. And he said the Sony person, point of contact changed.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, we'd like
Let's do it.
to discuss it.
Yeah.
Discuss it.
Yeah.
So
They're all sounding very kind of receptive of the
Yeah,
idea,
exactly.
but it sounds like it's going to.
Yep.
But there's a lot of things that you have to overcome. Especially like a free-to-play game where you have a huge audience there.
Okay.
A lot of times you see them open up the gates to that crossplay. But for package, like a download version of a game,
Like core values.
What I'm
type
hearing
shit.
is that crossplay has like the barriers and everything, but if you like the free-to-play games are naturally going to have a much higher user base than games like this that you have to pay and you have to buy here.
No, yeah.
So I think it costs money, right? It might be expensive for the first-party people to have that crossplay server right here, or allow it from the other games. So yeah, it's not like you mentioned earlier. It's not a technical issue so much. It's more like the first-party, the
I think this one's more important. What he's talking about now is, each platform has their own ID, the PSN ID, the XLive ID.
There's another one too.
And to connect them, there's a lot of things you have to do. Can't believe he's going into this much detail, but he's talking about you have a central server where you've got to take, like, if I'm on PSN and you're on XLive, we have to go to some server outside, and they give us an ID that isn't matched, or well, it's not tied to either of those platforms, and you kind of tie the XLive ID to that ID, and my PSN to that ID. And so, like, the server infrastructure and the security protocols and stuff like that.
Yeah, he keeps kind of saying like we can do it. Like I think the underlying message like we can do it. It's the first party, it's the consoles, the platform companies here. They have the difficulties that kind of prevent this.
So he's talking about maybe the next gen. At least from the player's perspective, everyone's going to think, well, obviously you can do it, right?
Yeah, like other games do it. Why can't we do it?
So he realized the expectation is going to be quite high.
Yeah, right. So this is not just, even though it's Harada talking about Tekken, this is not just a Tekken issue, right? A lot of games are like this. A lot of fighting games, a lot of the other companies have the same problems.
So he's saying he's going to try to approach the first party a bit more on this topic.
Yeah, so earlier on, when he gave that long speech, right, he basically was saying he already tried, like, the presentation, he went to everybody, everyone sounded like, yeah, let's do it, and nothing actually happened. And
there's a lot of details to actually figure out when you...
So he says he's going to keep going. Crossplay is still an important idea here for Harada. So he's going to keep
ripping
going.
my hair out.
Matsumoto-san,
This will be the fact because
Talking about his thoughts on it.
he says he also thinks it's
pretty,
very important.
Pretty important, yeah.
mad, fucking mad now.
Shibakari-san also saying, obviously, from the publisher's standpoint, it's not the best to have our audiences.
Yeah, they definitely want crossplay because that keeps all the users together. But what he mentioned is that there's
devices?
technical, right? You know, like a Switch versus a PlayStation 4,
Right.
different technical aspects. So how are you going to have a game? What are you going to do to make the game playable across each platform there?
And so, but even the peripherals, like maybe on certain platforms you don't have as many arcade sticks, etc. So there's a lot of things to actually work out.
Yeah. That's a good point. Like if you're going to do a crossplay game, do you design the game for one system and then just try and add it on, or from the start do you design a game that's going to be, equal and easy to play across all platforms there?
And even Pachi's talking about, because of the way you input on each device, they would have to take that into account. The way that the game might feel different among platforms, and if that's something that it's probably not desirable in a fighting game, right?
Yeah. Pachi, like they're all saying, like Daisuke and Pachi both said, yeah, this is something we definitely want to do. Everybody, of course, we want crossplay, but it's not that simple, right? It's not.
So you can tell here that there's a lot of thought being put into it. It's not that they just whatever we want to do it.
Yeah. There's still a lot of little hurdles here to get good crossplay.
So you're saying like FPSs, you have many different input configurations, I guess you say, right? And maybe that's kind of one way to work around for some of these problems, to provide more of those for fighting games. But then,
I would always
figuring out
think
this
that
one,
these companies would have
takes
beef
out
with
time as
each
well.
other. That's why they couldn't have crossplay.
He's going to cut off with time, but Apache again, he said this is definitely something we want to do. Just again, there's still a lot of hurdles, so don't expect it anytime soon, guys. But the devs are thinking about crossplay stuff.
And yes, it is just talking about that leads in quite well to the next one.
Yeah, because he was just
Thoughts about
mentioning
arcade controllers, right?
about arcade controls. What is this going to be about?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as well.
Arcade controls, good or bad? Is the
I think they mean like arcade sticks, right? Like
yeah.
Fight sticks.
What about them?
So this is Oda-san.
I guess this is very,
This is one of the kind of legacy
Yeah.
things of fighting games, is this culture of fight sticks, right?
Yeah. So he's saying too that because some of the old SNK games can be very, very difficult, very high execution. Back in the days, like you have to use an arcade
SNK
stick.
games had
But
5
he's talking
buttons.
about that's kind of like a
4 or
legacy
5
of
buttons.
the culture of arcade
But
sticks.
not correct.
So
But I think what he's trying to convey though is he sees there's something that he would like to kind of convey to later generations, right? To kind of preserve that arcade culture, right?
it's definitely phasing out a bit.
Yeah, everybody's playing controller, that's why.
And he's talking about
So the
he's talking about we got to do driver updates and all that on our side to make sure they all work. But then even he's mentioning a decline in manufacturing sticks
manufacturers are
even.
going down as well, and he said we're entering that area. So he's saying we're entering the era where we've already been in an era, I think, but he wants to start something. But he's like we're entering the era with maybe arcade controllers are slowly getting phased out. Now Harada says Nishitani say something. All right, Nishitani, go ahead.
He's like, yeah, I got this. He's got a printout for everyone, huh?
He's good.
Nishitani-san is just saying he has to have arcade controller. Because he kind of grew up in the arcades. But he's saying that newer generations, they're starting off on controllers or gamepads, right? And fighting games have pretty complex commands, but these newer generations are able to do it quite well on a gamepad.
Right, he said because he's an OG. That's a very common mindset from back in the day. It was like you can only do these complex inputs on the arcade pad, but he's surprised, right? He's like the new guys, they're doing it just fine on pad.
He's saying like all the guys here are close to 40 or over, so they all probably use arcade controllers, but most of the player base is shifting towards gamepads now, and they seem to be doing quite well. So maybe it's not going to be a big problem. But he feels that maybe half is on gamepads at the moment.
He said when you go to the tournament, you see everyone using arcade sticks. You might have that idea, but he said he feels like half people are on pads, and then Harada said more than half, right?
I've even noticed that with Tekken, people,
The most of tournaments I've
we
been
have
to, I've
arcade
seen
only
people
tournaments,
use
and some people couldn't actually join, especially
like
a lot of the
hitboxes.
foreigners, because
I see people use hitboxes and pad more than what's it called? Yeah.
The Japanese
I see
Invitational
people
tournament,
use
you
more
qualify
hitboxes
states,
than
but they got
arcade
qualified
sticks.
on a pad, and then it's like, well, now what do we do?
I think we even provided like USB ports on a special version of our arcade cabinet for one or two of them. Now he's just asking about Arc. He feels that their player base is probably a higher percentage of arcade
Oh,
controllers.
definitely.
And then we got Daisuke-san here.
Yeah,
He's saying he's part of that generation of
he said
arcade
I'm not as old as Nishitani, but he's from the arcade stick generation. Yeah.
And he's like, especially repeat inputs of a button.
Yeah,
I'm
because
curious.
the
Let me see how the
arcade
Twitch
stick
chat's going.
was very famous that you couldn't do in old games. Or
This
that
is going
was kind of
cringe.
necessary
Dog,
in
you
old
talking
games,
about
but
wait.
you can do
I saw somebody in the chat talking about some this going cringe. Nigga, they talking about some real shit. This is cringe.
Now he's saying that
The dude talking about this is cringe.
especially in team unit, saying maybe we should come up with
Probably
new
plays
specs
10,
to kind of make
so
more
it's okay.
use of the gamepad and things like that. And then he's talking about, I think that kind of like the rapid button presses and things like
execution.
that.
Yeah.
It makes you feel more immersed in the game
you
physically.
get more energetic, right? You feel like I'm really going in here.
Right. That's a good point. And Pachi says he often conflicts with Daisuke-san on that one. He likes actually complex inputs.
He likes the difficult inputs.
True, that is challenging. That's why I could never play arcade stick. I'm too simple minded for that.
But he wants to have a battle system that doesn't, skew towards either.
You don't need a
or
pad. You don't
arcade
need a
stick.
stick. They want to make a game that you don't even think about it.
Doesn't sound too bad actually. I'd buy it.
We're shifting towards the esports era. So your pad or your controller is similar to like your tool if you're an athlete, right? Like a pad or your racket or whatever.
I think that's kind of interesting about the possibilities that might come with that.
Uh-oh.
He's talking like maybe even you should have different formats.
I
Like
disagree with that.
one allows like anything.
Oh god.
We know all about this, right? The sentiment.
He was talking about, maybe it'd be cool to have different rules. Like you can even have like
One is
modded
more
arcade
limited,
sticks.
right?
Yeah, like you have modded arcade sticks. If you press this one button, like it'll do like a very complex command. Like have a tournament just that allows that. Have a different tournament that doesn't.
No, we brought up Mori-san here.
Like,
He said he only plays on pad, right?
He's like, I don't have an image. He plays on pad, right? He does it, right? And they mentioned his arcade stick.
See, I grew up in the Super Nintendo era, so I was forced to this. I was forced to this controller
Mori-san
life.
dropped the arcade stick from his lap several times. Yeah.
I was forced to it, man.
Maybe he's not a pro. Mori-san's not here.
I'm glad he was able to participate in some way. Mori-san's a super cool dude.
Okay.
Alright, was a troll, right? Zoom in here.
He's trying to have a serious discussion.
My boy is beautiful. Leave him alone. Harada just trolling everybody, bro.
Is he probably trying not to look at the screen or he doesn't make eye contact with his boss then?
Reminds me of that Japanese TV program where you can't laugh and if you do, they kick you behind, right?
Yeah, so he's asking around, like, how many photos do you have? Like, how many photos do you have?
Where's Ono? If Harada and Ono here, they put on a hell
He
of a
said he
show.
doesn't have everyone. But in case
Bro, he's got more
actually
fucking
fails,
pics. Damn, he's fast.
Yesterday, there was a joke where they were using
This nigga's
Wi-Fi.
a
So
troll,
the guys
bro.
were using Wi-Fi, so Harada yelled at everybody. It's not supposed to be funny.
You should be
games.
ashamed of
Why-
yourself.
yeah, Why are you using Wi-Fi? What's wrong with you guys?
Even Harada doesn't approve of Wi-Fi players. That's crazy.
So now we're on to the next one.
question. Is this everybody wants?
Oh,
Okay.
feature user experience of fighting games.
What does it mean? That was a hard question. Let's see.
It's pretty open-ended,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So this is again Daisuke-san, I believe, right?
Oh, there he is. Yeah, sorry. I was looking. I was like, who's talking?
So he's talking about other game genres. Maybe the rules don't change that much, but fighting games change their game systems quite often. Users expect this to occur, every 3 years, maybe every 5 at the most. So, what are some new possibilities? Maybe how does AI maybe affect it? Maybe there's some kind of interesting possibilities there.
He said also, like, up until now, we just kept doing the same thing over and over and over again for fighting game. So he thinks rather than Ishitari coming in with ideas for the future by himself, it's like this is the value of this kind of group discussion.
Right?
So let's have everybody. What do you think we can do in the future?
But it's kind of like poker, right? It's like, do you really
Oh,
want to
you
get
do
away?
it. What do you want to tell me? Tell me your idea.
Oh no!
Oh, Hassan's here as well.
My boy.
Where's the Blanca though? Oh, he
Yeah,
is
he's
the
got-
Blanca.
My boy. Couldn't
Is
make.
Moche-san gonna give us his opinion?
My boy. Couldn't make it. Mr. Street
I
Fighter.
believe he's matching, of course, right? A better experience there. But he's not from a development background.
He's got pictures of everybody in his house. What you be doing with those pictures, Harada? You want to talk about it?
Saying that's kind of important
Matching is
element that
about
you have
online. He's talking about
to get
online
right.
matchmaking.
Yeah. And if that experience isn't tight, then you'll lose your player base over time. So
You know what I'm gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it.
That aspect, especially. Currently, we have rank is one way that we divide players based on their skill, whether that's a certain rank or whether it's a point.
Yeah.
attribute.
Uh-huh.
But which one is best? That's kind of something open for discussion, right?
So do you want to cut people up by ranks or by experience, like point system? So the point system you can just kind of grind, right? You don't have to be that good. You can just kind of grind and go up here. They keep mentioning AI though. Is this what they're talking about? CPU could be something.
Well, I think the concept is something we come up with as well.
How to decide.
A perfect AI character is going to be the most fun experience probably, if you don't know it's AI, because it would be perfectly at your level where you feel like you're growing, having a time.
I don't give a fuck about AIs or CPU. Give me rollback netcode and we'll be fine.
I think he's talking on the point and the rank. Now he is talking about AI. He said he's talked to IBM people before about this AI and maybe improvement on player experience as a result.
So taking all the different data, feeding the AI program, and
The IBM guy said, if you have enough data points, maybe that opens up the possibilities even more for something. But the need for real time data
and everything.
to compute it is kind of
If I'm not mistaken, Tekken and Street Fighter are the only two games I know that are point
Get
based.
the data from both sides. The CPU or whatever you're using has to
I'm
compute all
going,
that
I believe so.
and then output it in real time, right? And that's something it's kind of hard to see how to actually implement it at this point, currently.
Yeah, he mentioned the person he talked to said that there's not a lot of companies out that are working on this right now. So right now it's difficult, but he's like in the future this could be something that comes out.
Who we got now?
Shimbudi now.
Shibori-san, right? Oh, and they say no, maybe Moche-san was talking more about how to more effectively match people using AI.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting idea, yeah.
If a team that we never heard of can fix Melee and add a rank and give these niggas rollback netcode, Y'all can use your powers combined.
Kind of what I touched on. That if you had an AI opponent that maybe you don't know it's AI,
If you're
for someone
brand
who
new
just
player,
started
yeah.
out,
If you're
and they
a
just
brand new
barely
player,
let you
yeah.
in, and you kind of feel good about
That's
your
true.
experience.
That's true.
Other games too, you know, you fight bots and stuff. And
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, you fight a bot.
If someone
when you're
drops
low
out,
level,
like
yeah, a bot
partway
will
or
come
something
in,
like
yeah.
that, or
I mean,
not enough players.
every FPS games have it, MOBAs have it. Fighting games don't have that yet, but yeah, developing that would be hard. Because right now, still, fighting game CPU is still doesn't really feel too.
It's
Doesn't
not
feel like fighting
a
in
perfect
person,
replacement
yeah.
for a person, yeah.
It's alright.
So you're saying that it has to feel really human.
Yeah, that's
for
what
the
I
routine
just mentioned,
AI,
right? When you fight a computer now, it feels like they're just doing random things, right? They're just doing random moves and stuff.
You said Hachinnen, you said? I think?
Yeah, it's 2008. He made an online game in China, and
Oh, but player base soon realized it was
That was
AI
AI,
opponent.
I mean that was a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
There's AIs. There's AIs online too. So.
The feedback from the players wasn't that great from that. Because people really wanted to defeat real
Yeah,
human,
you want
right?
to feel
Not
like you
AI.
beat a person, right? You feel like you want it. So, are these guys? They're coming out and saying that they're gonna lie to the player base. Is this what they're coming out and saying? That in the future, you're not gonna
They
know
did
if you're
already.
fighting
They
some
did
guy?
already. Don't worry, I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
I guess it
Cyberpunk
depends on
future.
how you enjoy the game, right? If it has to be a human opponent, or if you just want a really exciting match.
I hate every single one of these games that are on the screen right now, but I love the developers. That's the only reason why I play them.
That was a really important point. Is if you
Plus,
go
I
back
believe
to
in
not
rollbacks.
just
I
about
believe
the
that they'll
stuff,
fix
but
the
it's
game.
about
I do
always
believe
having an
personally they
opponent
will
to fight,
fix the
right?
game.
That's the issue. Is that right now, if you're a new player, you might go on. There's no need for you to fight because everyone's either they moved on or they're too high level for you. So that's what this is coming out.
Probably me and Granblue right now.
I think Okawa's just going back to the matching game, right?
Yeah.
Saying it's quite different depending on what platform you're on. And then he's touching on AI now. They're saying that debugging.
It's like if they can keep making kind of advancements and progressions around like the fighting game debugging area, then he's like maybe having a good AI computer in the future could definitely be something.
It's kind of hard to get the point of what he's saying, but I think he's saying maybe, I don't know if it's debugging to like take out bugs, but more, I think he's trying to say tuning, perhaps.
Yeah, like tuning the AI, just trying to make it so it feels that even if it's the strongest character and you beat him really easy, it's like that doesn't feel good. Like it's about keeping that level that's close. That like it's supposed to be a competitive match.
Harada's saying we have some people on our team that you might think they're AIs the way they play.
They always do. It's like they always do
Wow.
the same combo, the same punish, the same everything.
Yeah,
It's like-
dude. There's this dude SDZ I play often, and I feel that way
I mean,
sometimes.
Tekken is like that, right? That game is there's a lot of like, if you play perfectly, it's like every time you block this, you're gonna do that punish, right? It's a very calculated game.
Yeah, you have some players that try to optimize it heavily, but some people just throw away like a 14 frame whatever, right? They'll just be like, I'm gonna do only a 10 and 12 and 15 or whatever. Yes, though now? I wonder what he's got to say.
He's like they.
Okay. What he's saying is kind of something I felt in real martial arts. He's saying like, if the higher up you get, you just don't do
You can't do
attacks
anything,
yourself, right?
yeah.
You wait for your
Yeah.
opponent and then you punish them or whatever. Which is kind of like real martial arts. You leave yourself open if you do an attack. So.
Because the computer's just gonna be able. If you attack, the computer's gonna be able to punish.
Real
you.
martial
So,
arts
like,
also don't run on roll delay-based netcode.
But if you play fighting games, I think everyone's experienced this at one
So,
point.
yeah,
You
let's
have
fix
opponent
that.
Doesn't come at you, right? They try
But
to.
that's the human aspect, right? It's like you have to put in that surprise or something. You have to do that random jump or something. But if you fight against an AI that doesn't get surprised, it's not gonna work like that. So they're talking about how making, if they design an AI that every time you get close, they're gonna grab you and they're gonna block every attack, like they can just beat anybody, right?
Right.
They can make it like you look at like the old broken boss characters that are like perfect.
I think Harada was kind of picking on Oda-san about the SNK boss
The
AI,
old
right?
ones, yeah.
He's
So he's
thinks
like,
something about
yeah.
Genocide Cutter,
Yeah.
right? Which is Rugal, I believe, right?
Genocide Cutter right there. But SNK is known for that, right? The famous old bosses that are like perfect.
Oh,
right? They
yeah.
beat every one of your inputs, right? They just murder you. So all of a sudden saying, yeah, you know, if we want to program that, we can. But that's not what they want. They want to make something that feels human.
Yeah.
I like what Okubo's saying here. So he says, even without AI, though, there's still a lot of improvements we can make to the online matchmaking system, right?
So Oda-san's being more realistic. He's saying, you know, there is a lot of optimal stuff you could do, but from a business, when they're doing it, you have to kind of keep in cost to actually implement these things. And it's kind of a balance that you do have to take into effect if you're in a position, right? And then Harada's like, yeah, we should just like team up and
Let's go.
kind of try to share on some of this stuff, right?
Capcom, give me some stuff.
So he's saying we could even like share some of our data and we've learned about different ranks and player base and stuff.
I've known, like, I done work with Erika, and I remember just talking to those guys. Like Harada goes out. They said Morning Time as well. They're very, very kind of proactive for developers, like talking with other companies, sharing and stuff. Like, he's not a very like secretive or protective guy. He's all about raising everybody up.
He's one of the only ones that can do it for me.
It's almost 9 o'clock, aka 10 o'clock in
So
Japanese time.
So this is a very hot topic, at least in the West right now.
Yeah.
But fighting games getting simplified and how to stop that or make it so that it's acceptable.
Now we're talking.
Who we got now?
Shibori-san.
V Trigger, Rage Arts, Sparking,
So he's saying
Soul Charge, Soul Rage.
we all have to
Wake up level 3s.
gain the new player base with each new installment. That's
I don't give a fuck about the new player base.
So it's like when you make a new game, if you like whatever.
I don't give a fuck if Street Fighter 5 played like Street Fighter Third Strike, it'd be better than Tekken 7 it is right now.
That's why there's always this kind of.
And he's saying like, how do you guys tackle that? And everyone's like quiet now. It's like that's one of the hardest parts of our job, right?
Right. You can't just keep making the game for the same group of players.
Yes!
You need to.
Yes, you can.
Simplification come from. So let's see.
But no,
But he just served Ishiwatari-san, and Harada was like, you gave it to the most complex fighting game system, right?
yeah.
And Boba-san's just saying he would like to know as well.
Yeah, I want to hear it because he was talking about how Daisuke uses the arcade stick and his games are difficult. But Strive's coming in, right? Strive's a huge change.
Huge. I'm definitely copping.
So Ishiwatari's just saying, Ishiwatari-san's just saying, there's a difference between simple and easy, and they're not necessarily the same.
Yeah.
He's saying that obviously you want to make it easy to understand is the main objective, right?
Yeah.
So whether that means though cutting out game
Yeah.
systems and things might not necessarily be one and the same, right?
They're gonna find out, right? Right. So he says they're still trying to figure out. So that's what the new game Strive is gonna be. They're changing things. So he's gonna find out if maybe cutting buttons out, cutting execution.
Because
out,
XR did,
will
yeah.
make it easier to
Because
understand.
Rev 2 and XR were stupid hard to play. But I can understand they want to simple it down for people who are new to the series. By not adding any dumbass comeback mechanics, please, thank you.
You need a system that allows for player growth according to how much you practice, etc. But then it has to be kind of easy to understand.
I know, but it has to be balanced at the same time,
So it doesn't
fam.
mean it's easy, right? It means that it's easy to understand what you need to do, right?
I can understand. Look, I can understand that. I just want it to be balanced. That's all we want.
All the menus and UI and everything.
I'm okay with them adding B trigger if they made it
And
balanced.
if you can see, if new players can see what the game system's about, it's easy to understand. But at the same time, it looks something like something's awesome that you want to do yourself. Then it doesn't really matter if it means cutting systems down or not. Maybe you don't need to do that.
Maybe you don't need to.
Just
If
saying
it's
that's
fun,
not
if it's good.
the goal. That's just one method to try to achieve that, right? Cool.
talking about, even this is Koei Tecmo, they're asking about Grand Blue, I think.
He's trying to say that Shinsei means like visibility and to be able to understand what's going on at a glance, right? So trying to attain that, but at the same time have some kind of depth
He's
via the
asking
game
Pachi,
systems, right?
So Pachi's gonna talk about Grand Blue now, because Grand Blue has like the cooldown system. It's simple, it's easy to understand,
Yeah.
but
Adds depth to it apparently.
Like one button DPs and shit.
Same as
But the cooldown's faster. But the cooldown is faster if you do the input.
Cool.
yeah. So Grand Blue you can do both. You can do the command input or you can do the easy input.
I mean, no, I know some things about fighting games.
So we're just saying if you could try to take both of those and
Yeah. Rather
maybe
than,
somehow combine them into a cohesive system, right?
They did. And Grand Blue did a good job for that. For people who are new to fighting games. Like, if you're new to fighting games, please play Grand Blue, please.
I'll let you handle this one because
yeah.
you're more
I
a
mean,
Grand Blue dude.
Again, it's talking about simplification here. So he said, like you said, what happened if we get both? Rather than simplifying, let's just keep both options in there. So
Try to find
And they did a
balance.
good job with it. It pisses me off, but they did a good job.
So I think he's talking about the
2D,
little mistake
3D,
here.
right?
Yeah, 2D, 3D, but talking the problem in fighting games about inputting your command and then not getting it out. I think in 3D games it's a little bit different, but in like 2D game, like you input a dragon punch and you don't get it, you just get a little jab. Kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So he was thinking that, that's part of the difficulty of the 2D fighting game is being able to put out those key moves in the key situations. So what was the point of having a simple input in there? So he's saying, we're going to have the cooldown system so that you can put it out whenever you want, but you have to choose the proper time.
Right.
Right? Even though it's one button, the cooldown is heavier.
Has to be more intentional,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
the cooldown is heavier there.
Okay.
So that is the.
They want people to learn. They want people to learn to adapt. Like, hey, if I put a DP in, yeah, I could be faster with it. Maybe my cooldown will be faster, so I'll start doing the Dragon Punch input more often.
So now we're going to talk about
So
the entrance.
yeah, the getting into the game, right? So if you pick up a 2D fighting game, it's that first gap of doing all the inputs and everything. So Ron is saying
It's a
by
big
having
step there, right?
by putting in some inputs in Grand Blue, you
Kinda
can just
lowers
get
barriers,
in, right? You can get in, and then the ceiling might be high, but the entrance is really wide open.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's already so many people that have been playing fighting games for so long that there's so many godlike, really strong players that how can a brand new player just jump in right away?
I think he's saying that, right, that it's not just the input, right?
It takes time.
There's a lot of things that
Skill levels
you
and
can't
stuff.
overcome.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
it's,
a
I'm,
more
I'm not a
experienced
pro player. I'm still learning. Even pro players are still learning.
It's,
But again,
it's
this
quite
is
different,
yeah.
difficult.
This is not like an easy answer, right? There's no clear how to do we simplify the game, like get more people in there, or like how can we actually? I guess this is
Yeah, I think
just
he's
saying
saying,
before.
how do you get new player groups with experienced
Yeah.
groups to be able to play on the same field, right? Which is difficult, because part of the draw to practicing the games is to have that thing that you can keep with you that you're good at fighting games. I'm trying to think in English, it's not coming out like it does in Japanese.
Right, it says like if something is simple, it doesn't mean that it's going to be good for. Just because it's simple doesn't mean that a new player is going to be able to play and do something like that.
Right, because you can do the commands, but you won't know
How to
the
play.
best timing against someone who's better than you, right?
He gave an example of like fighting or FPS games. So even if you're a brand new player, all you do is you just gotta
Point
shoot
shoot,
somebody,
yeah.
right? So you know what to do. Even if someone's better than you, you can still get if you get like a sneak
Lucky.
attack on them, you can always shoot them. But a fighting game is not like that.
He low-key just said
What if we
fighting.
did that
He
on
low-key
fighting
just said fighting games are better than shooting games.
It could be simple. You could have like a 1 or 2 hit kill, right? But is that a good idea? But the idea is to try to
Move them down.
design a
like,
gradual,
It's fun at all
staircase,
levels. Yeah, right. You start here and then you keep going, keep going, keep going.
so that you get like really involved in the game,
Mm-hmm.
invested. I guess you say. So yes, just cutting them off for the next topic because
This question is like a 3-hour discussion, right?
Oh, this stuff isn't something you can do in like 5 to 10 minutes, right?
So what was that, only 4? So I
We had
don't
3.
think was it 3? I think it was 4, but that's it for the discussion corner, guys.
Ran
Announcements.
out of time.
Yeah, I told you.
Announcements.
We ran out of time.
Wonder what the ones we missed were.
Announcements.
I don't know.
Roll back.
Hopefully,
Roll
we'll
back.
do it again. Hopefully they'll talk more too, right? It's like 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It's kind of short. But we're going to take a quick 5-minute break.
No, you're not.
These guys are. I think Pachi-san and Daisuke,
Are gonna
they
swap
said
out,
are
right?
going to swap out. They're going to bring in someone else, Ozawa-san, I think.
Yeah,
But-
that's not I believe, right?
Now, I know there's a lot of people watching that are only here for the announcements.
Announcements.
Well, it's going to start
Soon.
for now. Yeah,
Soon.
so hang in there.
So I think they're.
I'm about to start acting up.
Okay.
So he's got Punch is talking about his Grand Blue Fantasy stream they're gonna have
Next Saturday.
next Saturday, is it? And they might have something to talk about.
So if you're here for Grand Blue News, I don't think
Wait
it's
till
coming
next week,
today.
right?
I think it's going to be next week.
I don't give a fuck. Don't care.
So he's not giving any answers. He's just saying next
It's
week.
like,
Don't care. Don't
yeah.
care.
Tune in next
Don't
week.
care.
I know some
Next.
people might think that way,
Next.
maybe we'll see.
We'll wait.
Maybe that's something to talk about next week.
We'll wait.
What is that?
Who
The
knows?
8th. So next week, August 8th.
Is it 8th? You
Yeah.
say? Okay.
August 8th. So next Saturday, 1 week from today.
Is Nishikani-san also taking off as well?
No, I think he's
I
in.
didn't catch it.
So Daisuke is leaving as well, but he's saying, make sure you stick around to the end. Make sure
Yep.
you watch to the end. And I'm telling you to, make sure you watch to the end. And watch on Twitter as well.
Watch on
So
Twitter.
guys, we're going to take a quick 5-minute
Huh?
break. We'll be
Wait. Huh? Bites you. Oh, Sam Show tournaments? Oh, nah. I'm about to get up and spin. I'm about to get up and start spinning the chair, dog. Nah. I'm not Sam Show, but Soul Calibur tournaments, man. Nah. That's clutch though for Soul Calibur players though. That's clutch. For Guilty Gear? Blaze Blue? Yo, Safan. Hey yo, Safan. They got Blaze Blue tournaments. Yo, that's clutch. They're gonna have some for Dragon Ball Fighters. I know they are. If not, then well. That's clutch. That's clutch. I like that. That's clutch. Fucking Under Night? Really? Hey, it's my girl. They got PS4 tournaments for bro. Thank you. They're adding more fighting games to the list. That's good. That's clutch. That's hella clutch. Coming soon. Good, man. Holy shit. Cause all the tournaments I've been to was Mortal Kombat 11. That's it? Man, that's trash. That was cool. Let's see what these niggas are saying in the chat. Nigga said, someone said, oh my fucking god, I'm out. Someone said, oh my fucking god, I'm out. That is crazy, man. That's good though. Alright. I'm not getting copyright strikes. Yeah. Okay. So far, I don't hate what's happening right now. I do not. I don't hate what's happening. They're talking about real stuff. They're talking about how hard it is making a fighting game. How hard is it to appeal to new audiences. and judging by what they're saying, I can understand it being very difficult. It is cool seeing all these goats. They're the goats in the fighting game community. They're legends. But like, but dude, I just want to know what's next. What's happening? That's crazy though. It's not bad so far. I was gonna get up and start spinning some damn chairs, but Soul Calibur people, Under Night people, and Blaze Blue motherfuckers are going to PS4 tournaments. That is so good, like online tournaments. I'm not even sure if their net goes that good, but hey, I'm my mama. Alright, if you chat one more time. Bro, can y'all relax? I know y'all want y'all KOF. Shut up. I know you want y'all KOF. I want my KOF too. Play as Rock Howard again. Fuck, kidding me? Stripping or what?
Okay, so welcome back, guys. Thank you for sticking around after the break. So this is going to be the second part of the roundtable, except discussions are, we had another...
Hey, that background, Akira, I see y'all.
Discussion now. The second round is going to be about some news, upcoming events like this. I know, looking on Twitter, this is what a lot of people are here for.
Let's go, baby, come on. Don't disappoint them and get up and start spinning some chairs.
We see Ozawa appears taking place at Arc System.
Yeah, that was on up there, second from the left, right? Oh, cool, he's got a little doll. Is that Mori-san?
It looks
Mori
like
doll?
he's got the glasses.
Oh, snap, that's cool, man.
Of course.
I want a Mori doll.
So they're making a little joke. They're not calling them announcements. They're calling them souvenirs, right? Did you bring a souvenir to the show?
Presents.
Yeah, did you bring anything for people? So they're gonna go one by one, and each developer's gonna say if they have something or not.
Alright, so just so you guys maybe who are just tuning in now, we got Wada-san, producer on Sam's show, also KOF, I believe. The director, Kuroki-san, Ozawa-san just joined from Arc System Works. The legend himself, Nishitani-san from Arika, Mochie from Koei Tecmo Games, along with Shibori-san. You guys are probably pretty familiar with him. Nakayama-san and Matsumoto-san are two that we don't really see from that much from Capcom, but they're the producer and the director on the Street Fighter series. From our side, we got Yasuda Esports, who does all the esports stuff in Japan here. And obviously Ryan Okubo, I don't know what you call it. He's the chief producer on the whole Tekken franchise. I'm the day-to-day producer. Okubo is producer on Soul Calibur 6.
So that's what they asked who can go first. So they were fighting over who gets to give the first announcement, and it looks like Koei Tecmo won.
Well, yeah, it's like we were doing presentations in school. You want to be first or last, right? You gotta.
Koei Tecmo.
Good.
So now Shibori-san's gonna go first, I believe.
Yeah, Shibori's speaking now, right? Okay. But yeah, first of all, they thanked everybody, right? Thank you, everybody, right now.
He's saying that the player base is expanding.
Yeah, it's still growing, even during this year.
He's saying that it's doing quite well.
They're like, why are you talking about that?
Oh, bullshit.
Like, why?
Oh, bullshit.
He's seeing good news. It's like, why? I was like, why are you talking
Bullshit.
about that?
I'm going back to sleep.
He's saying he hasn't brought anything
Yeah.
huge today, but... But they already have like a kind of free-to-play version with DOA 6, right?
Yeah,
I think people already know this way.
Core
It's the same 3 million downloads, right?
10,000, 100, 3
Yeah,
million.
3 million, 3
Dude,
million.
I've been here 10 years. I still can't do the
I
numbers. 3
too.
million.
I've been doing so many budgets and stuff. I'm so used to the Japanese numbers.
So yeah, if you guys are interested in Dead or Alive, like they mentioned, they're cute girls, a lot of cute girls. You can give it a try for free right here.
So, I don't know what the terminology here is. The core fighter version is on Xbox One and Steam, but then free to play is on PlayStation 4. It's like
Probably just naming thing, but I
I
think
told
it's a
you.
similar thing.
I told you.
So he's like, even though it's free to play, you can, you get training mode and everything. You can practice.
so you get the base game for free, and then you kind of
If you
buy
enjoy
the
it,
characters that
yeah.
you want to play.
You
Right?
can buy skins too. He's like, you get like you can play with 4 characters at the start. He's like, give it a try, and then you can just support us. If you don't want to buy full game, you can support just some skins and things like that.
So you're saying that one of the merits, you can just download the game for free, purchase only the characters you're interested in, right?
The pro players always talk about like, oh, you need to have every character in training mode, but if you don't want to play training mode, you just want to go online with the character you like, just buy them.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like this is a
players
good
have
system.
their own goals that they want to achieve, so. So you're saying that they have a wide variety of different players, but they want to expand the base even more, so check it out.
Even more. So again, just thank you, everyone. Please come out.
You're telling me shit I already
He's
know.
very not
Core
confident.
values. Core values.
And just thinking,
Core
SNK.
fucking values.
Thank you. SNK has the collab packs and stuff. So here's the next slide.
So this is a summer sale going on, I believe, from the 5th through the 18th. I believe there's Japanese times as well, right?
$1 million on
Pretty
costumes.
good, right? 65% off there. Season pass 1.
$200,000 of costumes.
30% off, 20, 10, 10, 65, 65. So yeah, if you are, if you're already a Dead or Alive fan, you wanted to get it on a different platform or something, like now is the time right now. If you're not sure, get the free version first.
I think he's mentioned that Season Pass 1 is the one that includes Shiranui Mai and the SNK characters,
Yeah,
right?
right here. And it looks like Season
And
Pass 2
Brad
is
is
summer.
mentioning that Capcom doesn't pay the cent when people play Goki in our game, or Akuma. But we let them use some, what do you call it, patents.
I just peeped that
Man,
shit.
he's gonna say this stuff on stream, huh?
Bro, Harada don't give a fuck, y'all. He said, bro, just come to Tekken. Y'all don't gotta pay shit for
I didn't
Rukuma.
say that. I'm just translating what Harada's saying.
Bro, that's crazy. Nah, boy.
So, right?
So that, and no DOA or Tekken collab ever.
So the latest character Tamaki is included.
Tamaki, yeah. I think the girl with the greenish hair.
She's quite popular, so he hopes you check her out.
Mm-hmm.
What? We got he's got something else.
Can
Say
you
turn
get
on
rid
the
of
slide. What? He's gonna do a karate thing.
Is it
Can
going
you
to
see?
this? I think that's Tamaki.
He's talking about the arcade version in Japan, right?
Then hold it up. Hold it up. Then hold it up.
No idea, dude.
No.
Oh, cool. The way that blur works is pretty interesting.
That definitely was not intentional.
Is this the new character, the Tamaki?
Yeah, I believe so. I went down here and we got look at Harada.
I wonder who that is. That's a famous Itagaki-san, right?
The whole team in Japan.
Wow.
Him and Harada got some rivalry, right? Some smack
Well,
talk is going on.
they used to.
They don't get it.
Until Itagaki-san found out they were both from the same university.
Oh, really?
And Itagaki-san's a senpai, which totally changes the whole
really?
dynamic, right?
What the
He's
fuck?
like, he used to be Hara-san, now it's like,
Oh,
Hara.
nah.
So,
Oh, nah.
So it looks like soon.
Dead or Alive.
In the arcade.
I gave y'all a spirit. I gave y'all a chair spin. Come on.
So you're saying that, yeah, so the people who are waiting to see this character in the arcades, it should be soon.
There's never was not.
Brian is like pulling this. What?
Yeah, so this is this is mainly a Japan discussion about the arcades. Arcades are closed for a good 2 months or so, but they're reopened now.
Yeah.
They're reopened now, so there are interesting.
Well, it depends on where you are too, right? Like Tokyo or out in the countryside.
There are some people in Japan that are arcade only, believe it or not.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's like
Master Cup is a sampling of that, right?
Arcade only. I don't play console, so that's irrelevant. Yeah.
It's because it's the 5th.
Yeah,
Go
so
to
on
the
Wednesdays when they're gonna
arcades and
update,
they
yeah.
do it. Which applies to any of you guys in Japan, I suppose, right? But if you go too early to the arcade, it might not be released yet.
Yeah, on Wednesday, right?
It takes time, dude. It's so
they can
crazy
update,
now.
Upload everything, yeah. But it will be Wednesday. But that's it for Koei Tecmo. So next is
Who? Who we got?
Parag. Alright,
What is
SNK.
that?
SNK.
All right, let's go.
Now I saw on Twitter there was a lot of questions. A lot of people want SNK news. Let's see what they got today.
Well, everyone knows the question, right?
KOF fucking 15, you bum ass nigga. Let's go.
So he's got something to share with you guys.
Okay, yeah. This is a character that was just announced, right?
Cool
They just said,
Sony? Yeah, that's the Japanese read. I don't know what it is in English, right?
Samurai Spirit.
Collaboration character, this new for Sam Spirits, the Sam Show, you
Yeah.
call it in English, right?
Honor, I believe the game called Honor of Kings.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. He just said her name in the Chinese pronunciation, and everyone's laughing like, man, you sound like a native Chinese speaker, man.
He's
He
getting
had
good
to,
at
I mean,
that.
if you had to go to Tensei, if you had to go out to China and do it, you have to like get the pronunciation and
Right.
get going. But she's free. She's free, so if you guys, I'm sure if you're a Sam Show fan, you probably already are aware of this, but you can just download and play from the 6th there.
Word. That's
The
cool.
next slide.
Next slide, please.
Ta-da!
Season Pass 3.
Yeah, this is good.
Development is decided.
Decided. So
Yeah.
it's continue, right?
Oh,
they
that's what's
announced-
up.
I
It's a
don't
go.
think-
No
It's a go,
chair
yeah.
spin.
This is the first time they're announcing that,
Yep,
right?
yep.
No
So
chair
season
spin
2
for
came
y'all.
out, you both characters, but they're still going. So Samurai Spirits is still going. Samurai Showdown in the West. So now it's time for you guys to go on Twitter and then spam them with whatever DLC character you want.
Because they know
We're not
they're
gonna
going
touch on the
to.
details today, but please look forward to info coming soon.
Yep. They're like,
And you just talked about the pace of the development is quite fast. The new character
Yeah, they
being
have
announced,
Warden,
and
so-
then now it says Season Pass 3.
June. So in June, the end of June, they put in Warden, the new character, and now you have the new Honor King's character, and now you season 3. So like you guys are getting a lot of
Cranking
info.
it out,
Yeah.
right?
Bro, take your time, please.
Yeah, everyone's just really surprised at the pace of the development there, right? Excellent. I was saying these two are actually streaming from SMK
Yeah.
office
Yeah, you see in the
on
background.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And Roundtable, we're at home.
He's like, we're at home, man.
And they made them wear the Neo Geo.
So as soon as the stream's over, they're going straight to work. That's
Saying
respect.
your company's pretty
They-
tight run ship,
they
huh?
A black company. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that-
like they overwork
Different
their
connotation.
employees, like, they
Yeah,
overwork
yeah.
their employees. So it's like, man, you guys need to loosen up over there. Uh-oh.
So this is the MC
Yeah,
asking
he's got a question.
Sam Show,
Okay.
but there's another franchise that everyone
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do this.
What?
I don't want to get in trouble and say anything until they say it.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
asking, is there anything we can touch on for
Yeah,
that?
there's another game, there's another series.
Oh, this is looking for the sword under the
Yeah.
desk, right? He's like,
Give it to me.
There's another series.
Oh, you bum.
and he's saying that not from an MC perspective, but from a fanboy.
Yeah, Fui is a fighting game player.
Yeah, I don't think this was on script either, right?
Yeah, so it was last year at EVO, 1 year ago is when they announced.
He said that thing is in development on floor above me.
They still didn't say the name. I don't say the name, but they're not going to say the name.
Yeah.
but they didn't have anything in time to show for this timing. But they have something they're considering soon.
Yeah, very
Just
soon.
didn't make it for this stream.
Whatever game that is, I have no idea what they were talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
Thank you very much
Yeah,
for that.
unfortunately they couldn't
Me
show
neither.
any new news today, but they said very soon, in a little bit, they want to show you.
Yo, hey yo.
Rod is now just asking for geese permanently in the Tekken.
Exactly.
And Oda-san said, okay, I'll try to get a higher position in the company and try to make that happen.
Bro, make him canon, please,
Yeah,
please.
I can to help. Oda-san's a super cool.
Alright, next.
Next maker, publisher. Who we got? Capcom.
Let's go, baby.
We got Minus One
All right.
here. Who is the producer, right?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 5. Who wants to touch on some things?
So they just announced, I mean, they might talk about it here, but we'll see.
Season
So
5.
next slide, please.
Okay.
Again,
Capcom, don't make me get up and start spinning some chairs.
Online operations.
This has been going on, right? So this sale is already on the summer
Until
sale.
the 4th,
yeah,
right?
until the
Yeah,
4th, so if
yeah.
you want it now, it's the time. 25% off.
Yeah,
This
alright.
is a champion edition.
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
comes-
yeah,
this is
yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
the complete version now.
With the stages and
But
costumes.
40 characters.
And they're, let me guess, they're gonna show the Ring of Prosperity, the CPT shit.
That's pretty good deal right there. So until the 4th, right? So please, if you guys are
Hurry,
interested,
if
hurry
you don't
up.
have it
Yeah.
already, yeah. So this
Okay.
says a demo
Yeah.
version, right?
I think this was announced before too, but from the 5th, they're gonna same thing we saw with Koei Tecmo. It's a free-to-play version right here.
Oh, fuck no.
So a
Wow.
demo version with all 40 characters, right? That's
Oh, shit.
So he's like, if you're interested in Street Fighter but you've never tried it before, you can just try, you can touch the game, feel if you like it or not, for free, starting on the 5th.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So August 5th is gonna be a free trial Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, see, I was wondering this. Is there a end date to it? What did he say?
He's like,
There is.
but
About 2 weeks.
that's still really good.
Yeah.
2 weeks free to play Street Fighter 5 with the whole cast.
2 weeks.
That's crazy too, even if you have the game already, but you didn't get the DLC, you want to try a character and see if you like them, like now's a great time.
That's
you
cool.
Can, you can get involved.
Yeah, dude. Or if you want a friend to pick it up, that's a really easy way for them to do that.
That's cool. Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So Rod is just saying, I don't think there's anyone out there that's wondering what is Street Fighter.
That's true. Everybody.
Been around for what, 30 plus years or something.
What the fuck is Street Fighter?
He's like, there's a
Nakamura-san's explanation is the guy who
He's like,
breathes
there's a
fire
guy
and
who
has stretchy arms, right?
and breathes fire from India. He should give the game a try.
Pretty cool. Wow. So said there might be someone like that somewhere.
Maybe.
Not Dawson, but
Yeah, you never know.
And there's another slide here.
It's about esports info.
So this is the this weekend. This is in what, Central America, Latin America. It's happening. Last week they're saying Daigo won online. That was a huge thing. So this week they're doing it. They're gonna
Central
stream
America,
it.
right?
They're gonna stream it on Capcom Fighters JP channel. Again, this is for the Japanese audience.
Fam,
You
I'm
guys
about to get up
watching
and
right
spin some
now,
chairs.
English stream, I believe, is just on Capcom Fighters there. But this weekend's another tournament.
So he's touching on this, and we saw it with Daigo, right?
Yeah.
Is that if you win it, you get a place in the finals, right?
Yeah, different from the point system before. Now it's just winner qualifies.
I'm about to get up and
And
spin
this
some
is like,
chairs.
I don't think there's a whole lot of the tournaments in Central America, right? So you're saying this is an excellent chance.
They
And
have a really strong scene out there.
I'm about to get up and spin some chairs.
See,
he's touching on players from Mexico, maybe,
Yeah.
and Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Some people that maybe you don't see quite often.
Well, yeah, I love playing against a lagging Brazilian Ken. Now you get to play as a lagging Brazilian Ken in
This feels
CPT
weird.
Online.
Be like being PR from Capcom, right?
welcome to being a company.
But we're all in the same boat here, right? SFL.
Okay, and this is again another. This is mainly only for Japan, so sorry you guys overseas. But if you're a fan, you can still watch it on the Captain JP channel.
I do not give a fuck about Street Fighter League.
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows this one.
The Street Fighter League in Japan is really, really developed. They
One more
they
slide.
all sort
One
of
more slide. I'm starting
qualification
getting up, spinning
levels
some
in
fucking
different
chairs.
tournaments right now.
Capcom, don't do this to me. I need something.
Open qualifier. So
I cannot keep going back
stage 2,
to that damn game.
5 or 6 stages. It's pretty wild. But there will
I just
be
need
a
something
stream
new.
happening next
I'm getting
week.
burnt out. I'm playing fucking Grand Blue.
Wow. They got some
This is how bad it's getting. I'm playing Grand Blue.
And he was even mentioned that there's even some.
It's not a bad game, but
Japanese
shit.
talent, I think, that take place. People who are known to play the game.
That's been really big, especially for I would say Street Fighter out here, is that they get a lot of talent, TV hosts, comedians, models playing the game and stuff like that.
True.
And this is a 3-on-3 format. I think he was mentioned earlier, right?
It was, yeah. It was.
Last one.
Next
I
slide.
think this is
Summer update.
So this is I know a lot of people were expecting I saw
Today,
on
right?
Twitter
It's
they
on the
announced
5th, I
some
know,
things,
blah,
but
blah,
Capcom
blah.
has its own show, its own announcement show where they're gonna give reveals. They already said they're gonna show new characters, the new season. So that's gonna be next.
I'm gonna
week.
get up and start
They
spinning
actually
some
have
fucking
Kenny Omega.
chairs.
Kenny
Oh,
Omega's
there you
gonna
go.
host-
Kenny's
yeah,
doing
Kenny's
that.
hosting that.
Kenny Omega, yeah, they say Kenny Omega is hosting it. That's cool. That's fine. Shout out Kenny Omega.
And this is going to be their official
All elite.
update there.
Now obviously this 2 a.m. is for Japan.
Yeah, it's
I
going
would
to be a
think.
prime time. It's prime time for the dudes out in the West there. But they're showing a lot. It's a special guest, but they already got announced. It's Kenny.
I hope you're not like.
Hey, I was on Twitter. Let's can't believe it.
It's on Twitter. You're good. You're good. It's there.
Oh, okay, there you go. Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
So,
Kenny
it's
Omega.
on-
Omega Kenny Osama. Omega Kenny.
Yeah.
You're saved. You're,
He's like, you didn't update.
You're not getting canceled.
I was like, you didn't update the slide. What's going on?
Give me a character. Just one character.
Street Fighter fan, so he's a player, so it's a good match there.
So here's Oko mentioned that we have a line group of all the publishers that we used to coordinate this. And Shinbori-san's icon was Kenny Omega. I didn't know that.
From Koei Tech.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
word.
Where's Kenny? Kenny, you gotta get a guest captain dead or alive.
I wonder how that'll turn out. That'd be interesting.
It's a grab heavy game.
Sure.
But yeah, again,
For
please
Japan,
don't get angry. Please don't go crazy. Just one more week. One more week.
Relax.
This has been planned for a while, so they,
I
you know,
don't
they
give
can't
a
just be like,
fuck.
all right, let's just shove it.
I hate waiting.
It looks like they're gonna give a lot of details too, so
Oh.
look forward to that.
I just mentioned to the
I mean,
Japanese
it's the
people that,
it's the
they're
5th.
doing an archive.
It's August 5th.
Can't do that to it.
August 6th in Japan, but like, I'm okay with that. I can wait. That's in a couple days. But dude,
Street Fighter actually has been, when they do these reveals, they've been just showing everything. They've been like, the whole season, these are all characters coming out.
yeah.
They usually give a lot of details at the same time, so if you're a Street Fighter fan, Street Fighter player, this should be very exciting next week.
It is.
I'm glad, man. The more fighting games are doing well, the best for the scene. So.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That's good.
He's saying that you sure it's not gonna leak as
Yeah.
stuff often does.
It's happened a lot.
Gerardo with his trolling
Yeah.
comments
Fuck,
again.
yeah. I bet it was Harada who leaked that shit last year, but goddamn Poison Lucia and E Honda. I bet it was fucking Harada too.
Or some kind of esports event where we're all on Twitter making sure nothing leaks. And Wilson's always the first one to be like,
No. Yesterday, so we had rehearsal yesterday, guys, and they showed some of the reveals, so I haven't seen any leaks. The reveals you're going to see are world first.
People don't see that, man. Me and Gerardo
They
we're
work hard
like
at hiding everything, right?
at home getting yelled at by our wives because we're looking at our phones, but it's not like we're just scrolling
Yeah.
through stuff. It's like, please don't leak
Please don't
stuff.
leak, please don't leak, please don't leak.
I'm not gonna spin a chair for Capcom.
Alright, so yeah, Capcom
I'll
fans,
wait till the
don't be
5th.
Just hang in there, guys, you get all your information.
I'll spin chairs for Capcom later.
Who's up next? We still have Arika-san and us.
Arceus,
and
Bandai,
Arceus as well.
up we go.
Arika-san next, probably, right? Nishikata-san, here we go.
So they've been
Fighting EX Layer. Is that shit even available in the US?
Fighting EX Layer is touching on 2 years from release. Towards the end, they haven't changed much.
Yeah, they never
Recently,
update the game.
they're doing beta tests and online tests.
It's a big change too. If you guys haven't been following along, they really kind of revamped the entire game engine. And PlayStation on Steam, you can kind of download and try it. So it's super fresh, right? If you played it on release and then you try this new beta, it's like a completely different game. So give it a try. Then they're also, I don't know if we can say, but they've been working on different.
What did you say he's going to do?
When this thing is over, we're going to show something new. But they've also been working on the online connectivity, is what I will say.
That's what he was touching on, right? He said that he thinks it feels pretty good.
Yeah,
so
they've been pushing a rollback, right? So they've been sponsored by or inspired by the West, so they've really been pushing it in their game right there.
Fucking Fighting EX Layer got fucking rollback netcode before Street Fighter fucking 5. Are you serious? Akira, I'm playing your game. I'm gonna be playing Fighting EX Layer.
Select skins.
Yeah,
Character skins.
There's character skins and stuff, right?
I'm playing Fighting EX Layer.
Arika, if you look at all these other companies,
Starting next
they're all
week.
massive, right? They're all huge.
I'm playing Fighting
Longer
EX
than They
Layer.
have other games outside of that. Arika's very, very, very small. It's just a small group of creators and developers. So
Very passionate though.
yeah.
So it's important that you can select the skins, but it's a feature specific to the Steam version at the moment.
He's hinting that I think he's hinting that there's some stuff that are coming. So he's saying, all I'm going to say is this and this, and then like you kind of deduct make a conclusion on your own, right? Harad figured out how to figure out. Maybe they're gonna add more skins. I don't know, more guest characters. Who knows? Because right now there's no skins.
He's talking about Mihara-san
Follow
tweets
Mihara-san.
about the game.
Yeah.
So if you want to know more info, that's the guy to follow.
Yeah. Mihara-san, he tweets in English too a little bit as well.
I always talk about it. Huh?
Someone said in the chat, Harada, can you announce your shit so we can go?
Yeah, so
The team's not that big. Yeah.
Y'all
that's the
niggas
thing
are
about
rude,
Arika is
though.
their team is very, very small. It's a very small company, but I think that gives them freedom to kind of try out more stuff.
Hey,
So,
real
they're
talk.
trying to implement rollback. They're
Shout out,
trying
I'm
to
not spinning a chair for Akira. Shout out to y'all
They're
for
trying to
getting rolled back fucking
put it
netcode
in the
before
game.
Street Fighter 5 or any of these nigga babies out
And
here.
also, the PlayStation 4 version right now is 75% off. So it's on
75%.
sale.
Wow.
I'll cop.
So 1200 about,
The game is hard as hell, but I'll cop.
Please buy it
Yeah,
instead.
support them out. Without this man right here, without this Tiny, there probably wouldn't be this conference right now, right? The creator, Street Fighter
So
2.
it's going on until the 4th
I love
as well.
you.
Yeah, just three
A
days
lot
from
of
now.
fighting stuff going on.
I love you. That's the only reason why I'm playing your game too.
Please buy Dead or Alive as well.
Yeah, I'm good.
They
Already
did,
bought it,
and
so
they
I'm
have
good.
a collab character. Terrence Bogard is a collab character in there. So it's like, hey, let's get some collab characters with
Every game, damn near every game but the Capcom and ArcSys people here have a SNK character in that game.
And then Capcom-san talking about the Street Fighter 5 demo as well until about that time. And we also have sales on our games going on as well, so please check those out if you
Fuck
haven't
no.
bought it yet.
Fuck
Both Soul
no.
Calibur and Tekken.
Oh, no.
I think maybe the Twitter monsters and the stream monsters, right? They're like, come on, you hyped up big announcements. Like, what's going on?
Hey, what the
Please
fuck?
wait, please wait. So now we have 2 left, right? Bandai Namco and
ArcSys.
Arc System Works. So they're saying Tori isn't a bird in this instance. It means like the last spot on presentation. So we're going first, and Arc is going to go last. It's kind of prestigious. And,
Harada's like, I know you got some good news.
one is saying like, actually our European office is the publisher for their game, First Drive. So with that in mind as well, you get the prestigious last place.
I'm on.
Then he's like, oh man.
It's like,
Just
okay.
raising the
Yeah,
hurdle
okay,
there.
I got expectations now, right? Harada just said that. Marks says big announcement, so we got a lot of expectations. So, Dan, that go first.
So we're going first. I believe Okabo's up first with Soul Calibur stuff. So we'll see
Ah.
what he has. Which I already know, obviously.
When the trailers talk, we just gotta be quiet. I don't wanna do reaction videos here.
Where the fuck are you
So
going?
first off, he's mentioned, and you probably saw the footage during the intro, but PlayStation's doing
Where's he
a
going?
feature for Soul Calibur
Yeah.
as well.
Where'd Harada go?
And Sony made that footage. And it was only Hamaru. Pretty much. So maybe Oda-san and Kuroki-san will be happy with that. We're very glad that you approved it so quickly. Thank you very much.
He gonna put something on.
He said that's not even a Soul Calibur character. Like, come on.
He's gonna put. Harada's gonna put something on.
It's just saying, it
Yeah.
wasn't one of the topics, but because of the COVID situation, the season pass development was obviously impacted. So there's some hard things to mention, but
That's unfortunate.
and also,
Yeah.
like for example,
Y'all don't. Y'all don't get a chair spin. Y'all. Everybody in been name for y'all don't get a chair spin just simply because of that. They're working their asses off during this the pandemic right now, so I understand that.
Betas and having players out there, you can't do that in this landscape.
Mhm.
But they said finally they're gonna
We
be
have
able to
something to show.
announce something.
Check it out. Here we go.
Wait, what? Huh? Oh, it's the SoCal shit, right? All right, word. All right, here we go, baby. You see what y'all got. Let's see what y'all got. Any more guest characters? Welcome to the stage of history retold. They're gonna put Darth Maul and Yoda back in the game. Heihachi. All right, let's see. Wait.
When I closed my eyes, I was prepared to sleep for eternity. Eiichiro Mitsurugi, you murdered my master. For that, I shall have your head.
Setsuka.
Jessica.
I did not teach you my techniques for revenge.
Even your eyes disgust me, daughter of savages.
Do not belittle yourself, no matter how others
Maxie.
may see you. What you have inherited is Shuken Kokonoe's very soul.
How unfortunate! Flower petals shall love your grace! This is the work of fate. I merely play my part.
Word.
I will strike you down and keep moving forward.
Oh. I know that guard.
The fourth, not bad. Battle adjustments. I'm up here.
It seems I must also draw steel.
I'm out here looking like I'm about to play Soul Calibur. But this is amazing. Free content. Oh shit! Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's alright. That's fire. That's fire. You can dress your Soul Cal niggas up as Tekken characters. I thought you already could do that, but now you can officially do that. That's fire. That's fire. Still not gonna put Soul Cal, but still. If you're a Soul Calibur nigga, yo, congratulations. This is amazing. That's good.
There we go. So big announcement. I know those guys on social media aren't happy, right?
Where the fuck is Harada? That's what's concerning me right now. This thing is.
Please, Setsuka, give me Setsuka. Where's Setsuka? There, you got her. And not just that, they're getting an update, gameplay update, new stage, the Tekken
Character
the
costumes,
Tekken is
right?
also very nice. That look really sick. And that's all free, right? And it's coming out.
No, I believe the Tekken
Why did the Capcom nigga change his background to Sakura face? I'm not complaining, but like, hey, that's good.
11 being the character and 12 being the customization items. So
The stage and
That
the
is
updates
fire.
are
Good
out.
shit, SoCal. Still not pulling y'all game,
Yep.
but still, good shit.
So you gotta get the stage.
I'm not going on Twitter just yet. I'm not going on Twitter until I know what to say.
コスチュームが破壊されるのが忍びないっていう人がすごい多くて、
he's saying that a lot of people, you know, you can destroy the
そ
costume,
れがですね、
but some people don't like that.
Oh, okay.
From
Yeah,
the fan
so
base.
you know the character creation in Soul Calibur is very detailed and very advanced. So
それ聞いて
they're gonna add an option now that your clothes
I
can't
don't know if
get.
they're gonna have it or not. He's just touching on it.
それはようやく入りますので、ぜひ
Yeah, you're
Right.
right.
They
It
said
is gonna be in there somewhere.
they're gonna put in a option to protect your clothes from getting blown off, so you can keep your custom character there.
Oh, that's cool.
10年越しですかね。
So seeing it's coming on Tuesday. Setsuka come back first time in 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years, right?
ずっと言われてて、
The fan base been asking for her for a long time.
出すのやめようかな。
And they asked so much, I thought about just not doing it despite
Yeah.
it, but
もう言われ続けて、
I understand that feeling a lot. Maybe take notes, all you guys asking for X character. You can't go overboard.
I
It is
understand
possible to
it.
go overboard, right?
が登場になります。はい、こちらもですね、まあかなりやり込みに応えてくれるキャラクターではありますけれども、
it's a character that's got a lot of depth to
Yeah.
it, right?
初めて触る方でもね、着操作ができるような感じの調整をして、
Yeah.
But we've also balanced it so that people who are more new to the game
Yeah.
can still enjoy her.
Not everyone plays the game for 10 years, right? No one was back there in the original version.
Nah,
And then another sale.
on sale
I played Soul Calibur at a movie theater.
Please buy the game.
Until the 4th, right? So
Yeah.
until the 4th is a sale, and then from the 4th is when the DLC is going to come out. So that's big news there. If you are a Soul Calibur player by Murad, is gone.
He hasn't come back. What?
ないんだっていう件は。
Oka was saying maybe there's no announcements
He's
for
like, I guess
Tekken.
there's nothing. There's nothing to talk about Tekken.
That's cool.
I'm gonna have to do it instead, right?
Oh wait, hey, Michael. Let's do it. Me and you, baby, and everybody else watching.
He was kind of like the producer.
Let me get off this fucking Twitter.
Jimmy outside. Let's call him around. Hey. Oh. Okay.
It's a Yakuza character coming to Tekken, fam.
いかがお過ごしでしょうか、もう何かとテレワーク、リモートワークですか、テレコミュニケーティングと思いますけど、
He's so fucking accurate.
改めましてご無沙汰しております鉄拳プロジェクトの原田
There's a Yakuza character coming to Tekken. I forgot that nigga name already.
ですね、皆さんもこういうのには慣れましたでしょうか、まあ、今日はね、あえてこんな感じで、撮影しておりますけども、いろいろ生活習慣が変わる中で、我々鉄拳プロジェクトもですね、いろいろもちろん、大変な思いを、しておるんですけども、皆様にですね、できるだけもっと鉄拳を家で楽しんでいただこうといろいろアップデートをしたいなというふうにはもちろん思って頑張っております。ただですね、まあ、こんな状況ですので、なかなか持ってくる情報もどんどんというかこのビデオメッセージだけになっちゃうんですけども、ただこんな最中なんで、鉄拳プロジェクトも頑張っていろいろみんなやってるぞっていう現状報告をしようと思って、こういう形で、配信させていただいております。はい、もう鉄拳もですね、もうだから5年前からですよね。まあそれでも、やっぱこの時代なので、できるだけですね、オンライン、機能を中心にしっかりもう再構築快適に遊べるようにアップデートしていきたいなと思います。はい、というわけで、引き続き、鉄拳よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。そんなことでは許されませんよね。ちょっと頑張りました。鉄拳プロジェクト、もちろん今回の情報を。
Hey,
というわけで、弟子のことのように聞いてもらいましょう。皆さん、準備はいいですか？
Don't do this.
それでは、
Harada, don't do this to me, bro. Bro, Harada, stop it, bro. Harada, stop. Michael, get your mans. Michael, get your mans. Bro, Michael, get your fucking mans. Get your mans, Michael. Get your mans. I don't want to wake everybody up in the house. I'm sorry. Michael, get your mans.
Ready?
Keep your head up. Get your shit.
Season 4. Huh? Back, go. Oh, fucking back, baby. Roll back. Thank you. Character. It's always light after every darkness. Okay, that's cool. Huh? Kunimitsu? That was Kunimitsu!
ありがとう。はいはいはい、わかりました。はいはい。じゃあこれで撮影しようか。ね。はい。
Cute little dog there. So there was season 4
Nice.
has been announced. So I
Holy
shit!
shit!
Another show tackle here. We saw a little bit of a surprise there at the end. So you obviously know who that is. I have no idea who it is. Chat. You guys can try
That's
to get
fucking Kunimitsu, you stupid!
So we're just touching it. It's 5 years from the release, but that's the arcade.
Holy
3 years
shit.
from the release of the console version.
Geese 2? Shut the fuck up.
Released at 5 million recently. We're saying we're almost to 6.
Bro, I'm more happy for fucking Tekken than fucking Street Fighter.
So much for our marketing plans, right? Jeez,
We're
come
about
on,
to get 6
dude.
million, man.
Dude, that's...
80% is download? Nah, it's more like 70.
Yeah. I usually download my games there.
God damn, dude. Yo, good shit, Tekken.
So since the game is being supported, right? We still want to do it on our side
As
as
long as
well.
you guys keep buying the games, playing the games, supporting the game, they're going to keep building it up.
They really announced that
So
they're gonna...
It's kind of weird because he's like here, but then he's looking like he's on the
That's
stream.
the video,
but
because he's got the
stream.
same thing. Yeah.
I really...
But he's just
They
touching some of the
really gonna
notifications.
fix the netcode. That is
online
amazing.
experience, what he was talking about here.
He's talking about the
Yeah,
Wi-Fi. So
yeah.
did you guys notice that, right?
Yes, I
That's
saw.
me. I
Yeah,
told them
you
to do
did.
this. I told them to do it.
Busted. You guys are busted now. You can't hide.
So for you guys to ask for that, there you go.
Hey, Wi-Fi warriors.
Can you filter those? The question.
Hey.
So we're just saying that we did notice that it's 50% Wi-Fi players.
Yeah.
PC saying that what do you call it? That landline
You pretty much
is more
PC is
common
going to be
because
it's connected directly.
it's something that people have been asking for a long time to be able to see that before you accept a match, right? So we had that. He's talking about the online play. And because of just the current circumstances, people have been asking for improvement in the online experience,
Everyone's
right?
stuck at home, right? Yeah. Roll back.
Roll back,
He said
roll back,
that. He
roll
said
back. He just said we already had rollback, but
Yeah, he's-
variable frame.
Yeah, he said this on Twitter. He said this on Twitter.
There's games that do it to 6, or Tekken was only set at 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there's various ways to do it, right? So everyone says, well, you stuck it up to 6, and you're fine. We're saying that for 3D, the way that the animations are created are so much different than 2D games.
I can understand, but at least they're making improvements to their netcode, which is really, really good.
Rollback is a lot more visible.
Yeah. No
It's
more
way
la-
different than,
no more lagging laws.
And so the way you have the key buffers or the way you create the animation, a lot of the stuff you have to do is so much more intense than just, hey, do rollback and, paste it in. But he's saying we've been doing some, we did some betas, like closed, or not closed, but what do you say, internally, and the results are pretty good at the moment. The response is improved. Also, the ranking is something that we're changing a bit.
Yeah, they mentioned it before when they're talking about matching and stuff, right? We saw the
We should have in the trailer said the tech and prowess.
Yeah, the tech and skill level.
And so that's going to be implemented as well. And the ranks is going to be a little bit different. They're going to be reset to a certain degree.
So
Not
they
like-
finally got me a reason to play Tekken 7 again. Well, more often now.
So yeah, we do, because of the current circumstances especially, are working hard to improve on that. So there's a lot of stuff that we're working on in addition, but this kind of priority really got bumped up.
So a new season 4 for Tekken. That's so good, bro.
So,
Give me back my main
Yeah,
Tekken.
that's what I got.
I will play Tekken full time more than Street Fighter if they give me back Jinpachi.
So you're saying that we really wanted to show more depth, or we even wanted to actually have season 4 ready already, but just the whole COVID situation and the impact on development.
I can.
And that little character tease at the end.
Who could it be?
What?
They got Harada cosplay on now.
What?
Harada didn't know.
No one noticed.
No.
So everyone does for commentators.
Harada said, all the foreign commentators are wearing sunglasses now. No hats on there.
Yeah, what's up with that?
But he said his sunglasses are something that Capcom asked us for. True story though. Capcom USA told him to do it because he's the bad guy. That was back during the Street Fighter Cross Tekken
You have
stuff.
to wear the sunglasses.
Yeah,
'cause you're the
Wilson
bad
was
guy.
like the good guy and Rada's the bad guy. But then everyone came to expect it, so he has to play along, right? One more from Yasuda from Bandai Namco about esports.
That's not right.
Let's talk about the Tekken World Tour.
So let's check out the slide. Online challenge events coming soon.
Ooh. This is actually wanting me to play Tekken
Yeah,
like more.
this
This
hurts.
is actually really good.
The TWT was supposed to be going on.
Right.
Soul Calibur World Tour.
Yeah, that's
as well.
it's unfortunate too.
And we had to postpone all that stuff, right? But we know you guys are craving for content, so we're having an online event. And here's kind of the
September.
schedule.
September.
It's divided into regions, so it's gonna be in different. So the dates line up with different areas, right?
Yeah.
So Calibur has 3 of them. Tekken has a bit more, 10 in total.
Yeah, but cause they have online events.
Starting in September 12th. So next
Running
month.
through December 6th.
That's
right?
fire.
Pretty soon.
That's
This is like
fine.
the usual kind of time schedule of each year.
Open entries.
It's kind of like a 2-day format, right? On Saturday we're gonna have the open entry tournaments for that specific region, obviously, right?
That
And then Sunday we have the exhibition matches with chosen players.
this is why Tekken this like current generation of Tekken it's just on Street Fighter because they're just finding more ways for players to like play and challenge yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down. Invite me out here. Tekken 7 Freeman.
You know how everyone loves ball players.
They love it, right?
Before that, yeah, we have
US West.
August 15th through 16th. This is a kind of a pre-event that we'd already kind of planned ahead of
Oh, West
time,
Coast people only, yeah.
just to give you guys something cool to check out.
Makes sense. It's in California. Of course, we gotta do everything California here.
You have to.
So again, the little precursor there. I wonder how restricted it's gonna be on regions. Is there gonna be like a minimum connection check or something like that?
Those are all things that they're kind of fleshing out now,
Okay.
and we'll be releasing more details on the homepage. I think that actually the rule set's going to be uploaded today. If you go check out some SGG, you can see all
it
the
says
stuff.
it's live. So go ahead in there. Again, US West residents only, please. Obama ran a tournament in Japan and said Japan only. Some guys like, can I enter? It's like, what prefecture you from? It's like New York. I'm from New York. I don't know that one. I can't find that one.
My heart is Japan, right?
Yo, facts. I be doing that too sometimes.
And then yesterday just saying that Hiroki from Dragon Ball Fighters just came aside.
Did he say Hirone? Did he call it
Yeah,
Hirone?
Hirone. Like, he's like,
Big sis Hiroki.
yeah. So for information on the events we were just talking about, go to these individual
There'll be
websites.
Street Fighter tournaments in fucking the West Coast, and I'd be like, what's your connection? I'd be like, I'm from the East, but my heart's in the West Coast.
So you got a show, an announcement of announcement.
Announcements to come in August, stay tuned.
Not everyone had expected to do it right now. And then you also mentioned, the COVID situation.
Yep.
Time schedule.
Dragon Ball Fight niggas, go home.
Well, the teams
Go
had
home.
their own separate plans moving. We tried to converge as many as we could, but they have this cool, spectacular show coming up. So I hope you guys can check it out.
Yeah, so it is August now, so this month, guys, Dragon Ball fans, there's a lot of you guys that are asking for stuff on Twitter, but just hang in there a little bit longer. I know it hurts. I know you wake up expecting
A new stage, yeah.
It's not there, but it's coming. It's on the way.
The new stage.
Just hang in there, everybody.
What's the character gonna drop this time? The character's gonna.
So you're just talking about we even approached Nintendo and some other companies, and everyone has their own plans, obviously.
Yeah.
So some people could readjust them enough to participate, and some couldn't. So he's talking about Hiroki. He's gained weight during. Wow, this is like okay.
This is
I'll
personal.
translate this.
Yeah.
This is personal.
It said that her plans to get in shape didn't match up with the stream,
That's
so
right. She didn't want to appear.
participate.
Yeah. She didn't feel
I
confident.
get it, dude. That's
Oh,
great.
damn. I was talking about the Dragon Ball Fighters girl, and she was losing weight.
Like, there's some things you just can't say.
Yeah, she was losing weight, and she didn't feel comfortable being on the stream. I respect that. That's okay, baby. I understand.
Not me.
That's crazy.
100% translation.
But you not to put her out there like that. You just couldn't.
Okay.
All right. So there you go. You're Soul Calibur Tekken fan. You got new information. Soul Calibur's got a new update. We have
Tekken Season 4.
Tekken announcements. We have online tournament series coming out. So definitely look forward to that. And if you're a Wi-Fi player, I mean, maybe now is the time to maybe try and test out.
If you're a Wi-Fi player, go fucking kill yourself. Hang yourself, you stupid dumbass. Go out and buy go buy an Ethernet cable.
Let's see what Ozazan has for us.
He took the final spot here. So I was reading the Twitter thread because they announced that they're gonna reveal something today. So everyone had all the character picks that they wanted.
For Guilty Gear.
Picks they don't want it.
This is how I kind of knew you. I'm like, that's that crazy foreigner that lives in Japan. That great
Arc Evo
Guilty Gear
Japan?
player before I actually met you.
That's my dude. But here we go. They're gonna announce another online tournament. You know, the world tours are all shifting to online.
online,
So here we go,
yeah.
Japan
Online.
Yeah.
I can respect
They
that.
don't have details. They just said that it is confirmed that they will be running it. So these are the games in Japan.
Cross tag,
Nice.
Grand Blue.
Grand Blue, let's go. Guilty Gear, okay.
Oh, it's Japan Online.
Let's leave.
Yeah.
So both Blaze Blue and Tag Battle, huh?
Yeah. Central Fiction, which is great because Central Fiction doesn't have too many events now. A lot of people move
That's
to
good.
Tag Battle, so that's really exciting.
No, that's good.
It is
That's
as
good.
well, huh?
198 birds. So
Interesting.
this is all the anime games that you really want to
That's
see. right
fire. That's fire.
now. So this should be good. The connection, at least in Japan, amongst each other is very.
It's stable.
High level play.
That's stable.
You're saying more details will be.
Yo, Goichi about to fuck everybody up in that. I see Dogra be playing.
And now in
This is
America,
America.
Just cross tag. Oh, just cross tag. Hey, so fine. There you go. I'll enter for Blaze. I'll enter for Blaze Blue. I'm not Blaze Blue. I'll enter for Grand Blue.
Level up.
I dead ass would. I'll enter for Grand Blue. I'll get good at the game.
Cool. So all you guys in the States, I know, very tragic stuff for Grand Blue. You know, I like this game a lot. I play it, but it came out during Corona, so I never really had a chance for offline.
Bro,
events.
like Zach, I was at work when that shit happened too, man.
Let's get some big events. Well,
I remember buying that shit, and then I lost my job because of fucking COVID.
Next slide. What?
Whoa, that's awesome. This fan art.
That fan art was dope.
Damn.
That's pretty tight.
That shit's yeah.
That's a real man. That's awesome. Yeah, the dads are all hyped too. I'm Team Blue.
That shit's
I'm
tight.
Team Blue. I'm on Team Blue, man. On Team Blue.
Yeah, I'm going to red team. I see my boy Lancelot. I'm sorry, dog. You got that lolly over there, so I'm good.
I was like, come on, let's see some Persona, but that's BB tag representation right
Where the
there.
fuck is my boy?
Yeah.
So you said it's on the homepage,
Yeah,
and
you
go
guys
check
can
it out.
download it, make a wallpaper, whatever. That's
I don't see Akihiko, so I'm
That's
okay.
why on the back. S, the one with the sword.
I don't see Akihiko, so that's okay. I see Joker though. Shout out Joker.
October is when look out for the tournament, right?
Yeah, for the details there. Great.
They got my nigga from Persona. That's cool.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
So the winners of Grand Blue and BB Tag, the American
Japan
ones.
and
Yeah.
America.
So
Let's
next
put them
spring,
together.
next spring there'll be a showdown. So that's something if you win, you guys can look forward to in the future.
Oh, okay.
Strive announcement.
Here you go.
Huh?
New
New info.
Oh.
Here you go. He's got it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Arxis, you beautiful motherfuckers. I love you. That thing, bro, that shit getting you hyped, dog. Get jam. Oh, it's not jam. I saw the character shit. It's not jam. Leo Whitefang. Oh shit! I know this Nick, bro. He got a nice character. Is that a new character redesign? I cannot wait to play. If that count, bro. Visual, this game looks so fucking good, and I'm mad I didn't get the closed beta too. Yeah. That's fire. That's rock. That's fire. That's fire. What? Huh? Wait. Oh, well, what? Jam? Woo. New original character? I think I just found my new character. Dude, I've been looking for a character to play in Strive because no one really appealed. I think I found. It's gotta be on PS fucking 5. Next character in early October. That, bro.
Nice.
It's Gorilla season, baby. It's Gorilla season. 2 character, right? Leo Whitefang, that is my boy. I saw everyone on Twitter like, please no Leo, he's back, baby. We're gonna be bonding everybody online. And then this is the mysterious thing. We got the name revealed as well.
New character, right?
Yeah, Nabori Yuki. So
Nabori.
they showed him off the very, very, very first trailer of Guilty Gear, and then there's been no new information since then. So finally, we got some playable footage. It looks like we got 2 different modes or something too.
Exactly what it was on.
Nabori Yuki. Yeah.
What was else on is touching on at the moment as well.
They finally gave us, they're saying we didn't have his name or details, so finally he's got an official name here. Leo, how did they pick Leo? I thought Leo was going to be like 3 years down the line. They put him out right on the start.
Maybe they saw your savings Guilty Gear tweets.
Thank you.
It could have been Jam, but
Like his new redesign, all the redesigns they look a little bit older,
Yeah.
right?
especially fucking
Yeah, and then down there they announced PlayStation 5, so I don't know any details on that.
That's
this
fire.
Is confirmed on PS5. The game looks so beautiful. I'm sure it'll look even better on PS5.
Wow.
Yeah. There's an arcade release too. They announced
our first PS5 game Well, first PS5 fighting game is already being revealed, so that's okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, so next, it's supposed to be this fall, but they announced they're pushing it back until next spring.
But does Arc System work spring, so maybe it really is spring. It's not Tekken spring, which would be, what, winter or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. They said the next announcement.
Bro, can y'all shut up on Twitter? Can y'all wait one fucking second?
October, sorry, October. They said new information, but not just that. I think the one in October is going to be even bigger. So they said there's going to be a lot more stuff in there. So
oh, word.
Cool. Dude, as soon as it's over, I'll go home. I'm going to rewatch that trailer like 20 times. Got to break it down. I want to see everyone. I want to see everybody on Twitter. But I think he's going to try.
Wow. He's just asking, who's the
hardest one to work with?
Yeah, the other publishers. He said if it just popped out, it would have been so entertaining. He was trying to trick him, but it didn't work. Yes is proposing who's like
the easiest to work with partner.
That's another difficult question for Japanese people.
Yeah. Harada is too westernized, you know? Spent too much time overseas.
Yeah, I think so. So that's all we have planned at the moment, right?
But yeah, this is just the first time. You know, it was kind of last minute planning too, right? So it's amazing that it came together and everything. Guys, if you like it, please let me know online. We want to see more. We get more topics, different discussions for the next time.
It'd be cool to do it again.
Overall, it was really nice having all these people here. Like all these goats, especially Mr. Akira. I love you.
So Fumi now is signing off. So this is going to be the end of the first one. I had a great time. We did a lot of cool reveals and announcements. We had a nice behind-the-scenes talk.
Yeah, you never see the insight from all these different people.
That's good. That is. They did.
Whatever,
not bad. Again, I got my expectations a little too high, but they met up with the whole Tekken thing. They look good. Soul Calibur, Street Fighter.
More time to discuss and make some different topics and things like that.
Keep in mind, each one of these dudes is super high up in respective companies, right? So I hate to think of all the meetings and other stuff they have to do every day.
Waving with Mori there.
Alright, guys.
So they're having every person just say their kind of their farewells and their thank yous, right? So what's up? Just thank you very much.
Ishtai-san.
Ishinari, I love you so much, dog. I love you so much.
Updates. So, already started. If you have the time to check it out. And he believes that the online experience should be better. But any feedback you might have, we would love to hear it on Twitter.
Again, if you guys are part of that rollback wagon, please follow Fighting Games Layer, give them their feedback, their testing, with everybody taking that from around the world.
I'ma definitely try Fighting EX
If you
Layer.
enjoyed the stream, it hopes that it'll happen again.
I was like, what the fuck, man?
Maybe you should buy some sunglasses.
He's like, man, maybe I should get some sunglasses too.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I want to join the sunglass team.
Everybody here should get sunglasses.
Like, you can talk. But it doesn't matter. People can't see where your eyes are.
He's typing up
His
sunglasses.
friend's sleeping, right? He's mastered sleeping. He's not getting caught.
Sunglasses are great. Nobody can tell where you're looking during the meeting and stuff.
That's facts.
So who we got next? So we got SNK-san and Kurok-san here.
Yeah, thank you for letting us participate in this and everything. Yeah, and so the
I was
new
still holding that
DLC
fucking
character in Samurai Showdown is free, so she's free, so download it right there. But it's also happening during, you know, this
Nakayama, what's up, bro? What's up with that background?
and stuff around
That's fire.
the same exact time in the next few days.
Next up is going to be Kurok-san. See what he's got to say.
Oh, they said King of Fighters, fine. So, look forward to King of Fighters details in the short future, guys. They apologize for not having it ready for today. You gotta give everyone a little bit of a break because of the COVID corona situation and everything.
Fuck y'all.
Next up, Matsumoto-san from Capcom. Thank you all for
Arigatou gozaimasu.
today. Street Fighter 5 will continue.
No.
And we're going to try our best, so if you will support us, it'd be great.
Yeah. Thank you for holding this event, first of all, right? He's really happy. And he's like, I definitely want to do it again. I definitely want to do number 2.
本側でこの皆さんのキャラクター使った集合とかって初めに書いたりしたいなとか思うんですけど、どうですか？そういうのがあるとまた次に繋がるかな。
What do you say? He wants to have an
He wants you
illustration
guys-
or something?
皆さんいろいろ
Some about all the characters?
書きたいなと思うんで。はい。
Yeah, I think he's talking
He
about
wants
having
them to
illustrations
all
all there.
Capcom characters and start with that.
ありがとうございます。はい。また、よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
This was started by Bandai.
Ben
It's up to
Ben
you.
has a
You,
different
you
company.
gotta do it. Bandai Namco. You got a new weekly show. You gotta start.
こういうね機会でいろいろ楽しめたんで、ぜひ本当に2回3回
Yeah.
Nakayama-san also saying he had a very good time and
回とかできたらいいな。
he wishes that we could continue and even maybe have some kind of tournament. in the
2 and
future.
3, and yeah, that'd be cool if they have a developer game tournament or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Next we got Shimbori-san.
Uh-huh.
本日は皆さん来ていただいてありがとうございます。
Thank you all for tuning in today.
Okubo-san has been so quiet. And I respect that.
And even though DOA is kind of
On a break right
on break,
Yeah.
thank you for calling us to this
What the
opportunity.
fuck is a break? Is the game's going or not?
But everyone's still playing the game, supporting us, and to be in the same virtual room with all these
Yeah.
developers that we feel like friends, and it's a great feeling to be together. And I hope to be able to hang out with Harada more often.
Yeah. It's like this kind of idea, or being a part of this event here and hanging out with all these great
DOA niggas must be punching the air right now. Because Street Fighter niggas are.
with all the other producers out here.
And KOF niggas are punching the air too. Everybody else has some fun.
From Kotekmo. Thank you for inviting me to the event.
And Grand Blue
You guys are
too.
watching as well until the very end.
If American developers ever did this shit, someone would be fighting right now. Nishinati-san, I'm definitely gonna play your game. Just because you make Street Fighter 2.
So again, they mentioned earlier there's the free version of playing. So it was like, everyone, please download the game. Please.
You wanna play some cute girls?
Right
You
now
wanna
they're kind of taking a break of developing and updating the game, but they still want to. They still want to do more.
And the more you guys
Yeah.
support it,
There's
it's
so-
like more,
There's so much you can do, fam. It's next gen's on the way. Either y'all coming or not.
So give it a try. Give it a download.
Next from Yasuda Esports.
Already bought the game.
ご視聴いただいている皆様、2時間かな。
Thank you for tuning in for 2 hours.
I wasted 2 hours. I could be asleep. I gotta work at fucking 3:30.
He was kind of
That's working on the project.
Yeah, he was kind of like the
Hands
leader
on.
on this. Everybody together and organizing all this.
Everybody came here for Harada. No, let's not put up a front. Everybody came from Harada.
He wants to do another one, but of course, the plan going in was obviously to continue to do this kind of thing. There was even like an idea of maybe having a tournament.
Yeah. What game? That's the question.
That would be kind of cool.
It's still not fighting game, huh?
Bro, that'd be so
So
fun.
that's obviously one of the end goals that we all have. So we hope you'll continue to tune in when we do it again.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult to get everyone together like this, but thank you all for helping out.
Yeah, this is Saturday morning.
Good job, yeah,
Everyone got up at like 7, get ready, then we were here yesterday for rehearsal. So, these guys are just out here doing it. So nice.
That's good.
Oh, he's gonna talk smack.
Harada brought everyone together, but there was a comment that asked if he talked to Sega. Harada's like, I can't hear you. My internet connection is a bit spotty at the moment.
He talked to every company, didn't you? Like, you talked to Sega?
He's on Wi-Fi.
Who?
もちろん配信番組とかでいろいろと出させていただいたんですけど、割と
He said he's been on various streams
Yeah.
before, etc.
そうですね。
But it seems like the foreign audience is quite large for this stream, and he was encouraged by the comments and and the support from you guys?
There's a lot of viewership off all of the different platforms here.
で、まあ特にその日本とまあそういう形ではなくて、やっぱり海外の人もそう思ってるし。
Yeah, so right, he's saying again, just reiterating that it's like this is not just in Japan, but everyone around the world is watching. So this is probably a really good chance right now because of Corona. There's not a lot of offline events, so maybe we can shift to this kind of online discussion. And it's another person that says he wants to do it again. And they all said they want to do it again.
That'd be amazing. Good job.
Of course, Harada's last. Fingers crossed he doesn't say anything like
Like what? Like what, Michael?
He said, I'm really good friends with Sega. I could call them if I wanted, but...
It's true, he used to go drink fighting guys like all the time before the COVID thing. We're just saying like everyone's extremely busy
Yeah.
and to prepare all the materials and info and everything and kind of last minute, you know,
Yeah.
because all the plans fell through and we had to kind of pivot. And there's a lot of risk with something you haven't done before.
Yeah, we had a lot of problems last night. Thank God everything worked out today.
But when Ben and Oko's doing it, maybe it's easier for everyone to not worry about the potholes so much because it's our responsibility. But just saying the line group that we have for this, all the publishers, just to see everyone in that group, right? It's really good. That's kind of like a nice side product of this as well.
They're all, different companies talking, not just on the stream, but outside too. Hopefully they can, like Rod was saying earlier about sharing, data and tech and stuff. Hopefully we can see more collaboration with these guys.
And even with the viewers, what you'd like to see from future ones. But there's a lot of thought that goes into the time zone as well, and even languages, right?
Language.
So there's a lot of hurdles here.
Yeah, so he said we want to keep going and not just let's try and figure out what we can do. So not just a talk show like this, but they really want to run a tournament. There's got to be a punishment though, right? It's got to be some sort of boxing game.
Dude, I'd watch that. I'd watch the fuck out that.
Oh, they said that maybe
I don't think they're talking about the devs. They're talking about like
just a regular.
Capcom has their Pro Tour, we have our TWT, but maybe this would be kind of cool to have something together, right?
They still don't have any ideas, but let's work together and figure something out.
Just saying it was really, a short timeline of trying to get this stream together. So we realized that maybe the viewers were expecting something that maybe they didn't get, but
Nah, it's it's okay. I just want to roll back Netco. No big deal.
See in the future, maybe that'll lead to more impactful things. So kind of let's grow this thing together. It's basically what we're trying to say.
More people will keep giving feedback. We want more, keep growing, and we'll try from the next one. They want to try to do something even better.
And he said, we know you're all stressed from this whole situation with COVID, etc. But now we're all able to talk together with the various publishers. Maybe there's a lot of cool things we can do. So we look forward to your support.
So he's going to do his best to gather everybody's voices and opinions right here, and we're going to share them together with all you guys. But that's it for the first one. Thank you to the producers and the devs who took place.
Bitch, I feel like I'm there.
Yeah.
Just something I can see online, this whole, all the publishers getting together to share their announcements, etc. It's very exciting.
I just hope people don't expect it every time, right?
Yeah.
If we do it from here on, it's like, yeah. So right, it's just saying there were a lot of announcements today, not just for updates, but there's a lot of online tournaments too. So because right now it's difficult to have offline events in this environment. So they're kind of moving on to online. So all you guys watching, let's all support online tournaments and stuff. Voice sounds still waiting. But yeah, it looks like that's going to be the end of the first one. We'll see you
it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Gino.
Yeah, thank you. Good job. See you guys on Twitter. Bye bye.
Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Nothing. That's it. If that's it, I'm okay with that. All right. All right. All right. Let's talk. Let's talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We're gonna fucking talk, alright? Now. So, was this conference bad? Or were we expecting too much? It was not bad at all. It wasn't. And mind you, it's the opposite time in Japan right now.